The heck, bro?
What's up,
The
nigga?
heck?
Why'd you turn the video off?
Ain't no intro.
Phil, I know you heard me say I'm gonna hit the intro.
Nah.
For the brand!
We're good. We're here.
Hello, people.
It's already freaking out on my end. What's going on, guys? It's late ass o'clock. We're here. We're gonna be talking about NXT. Yeah, we already know it's late ass o'clock.
11
so
p.m.
It's,
Yes.
it
Yes,
is a thing.
yes,
11
yes,
p.m.
yes.
It's
Unfortunately, yes.
11 p.m. It's midnight over here,
A lot of
brother.
logistics,
So
a lot of logistics, man.
yeah, there are a lot of logistics to it.
Bye, bro. Oh my god, bro. But
So,
I got, bro. Count your days, but I got you, bro. Count your days. You know what he did.
What else is I do?
We're here talking NXT, guys. We got a huge panel for tonight. And you know, everybody knows everybody here, so it's not like, you know, it's you know, something new or anything like that.
No,
but
I don't know who's this down here. The funny looking one down here. Fuck who that?
down there,
Short ass look
yeah,
like him.
you know,
That nigga
he,
short.
That's true.
you know,
That's true.
Tio, my man. Hold on a second. You don't know Donald Duck?
You just
Hey, that's who that is. Donald Duck.
You don't know the
Donald
big
Duck.
the number one dweeb on WrestleTalk. You don't know that?
Oh man.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Now
Well,
I got it.
what is happening?
Well, here's the thing.
Phil, you too. What the fuck? What is this?
But you still haven't shown my intro on your show.
Logistics, a lot of logistics behind
So-
that. Come on.
So look,
What's
Tio,
this?
it's been a long time since you've been on the channel. How you doing, bro? It's been
has it been a year?
it's probably been a little bit longer than that, but yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it's nothing against you, nothing against
Man,
you,
why
not
you gotta call
disrespecting
him out
you
like
in
that,
any
bro?
way.
The schedule's been pretty busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've dealt with a lot. Mostly because of this man down here, but I've been dealing with a lot.
Bro.
And you know, this is surprisingly, if you can believe it or not, or unsurprisingly, depending on how you want to look at it, this is Donnie's first time on the channel, so this should be very interesting.
That's too many short niggas in one place.
TJay, shut up.
Hey,
Look, hey, hold on.
hey,
Proud?
We gotta start having a height requirement for OTB because both them niggas
Phil's
too
shorter than both of us. What are you talking about?
No, that's not fair.
Tay is so
That's
short.
not
He
fair.
ain't even got his camera on.
That's
he's
not
so-
That's
fair.
not
Because this
fair,
was
bro.
my brainchild.
Phil is shorter
That's
than
not-
both of
that's
us.
not
What are you
fair.
talking about?
This was my
That's not fair.
brainchild.
Tay probably on camera like this.
Bro, Phil is shorter than me, TJ. What are you talking
Bro,
about?
that's not
Wait,
fair.
Deontay, I
This
told
is
you.
my brainchild, and now you're putting a height limit on it.
Phil is shorter than me. So what the fuck?
Phil, you shorter
How
than
tall are
Deontay?
you?
I'm
I'm
5'3" and a
5'2".
half.
I'm
Bro,
5'2".
remember, I'm
5'3"
the
and a half.
tallest person on here right now.
Yeah, he was like 7'4".
Hey, how tall are you?
He's
I'm
like 7'4".
6'3".
Damn, nigga, you should be playing for the Bucks. What the fuck?
Bro,
Hey,
I
if you don't get on the
bro.
court with LeBron and Curry, man, they
Bro,
need help. They don't need the help, but
I retired, bro. I retired. You
The
know what I'm
Bucks
saying?
need a
Yeah.
center, man. Come on. Yeah.
you do in the
I'm
Olympics, bro.
Yeah,
The
Giannis
Lakers-
took my
actually,
spot.
no, the
I'm good.
Lakers need them a center. The Lakers need them a center. They need one badly.
Yeah, I am in the NBA. My name is Chris Middleton. That's my point right there.
Chris Middleton. Okay.
Chris Middleton. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
It's late.
Listen. Before we start, can I say something or no? Like, you know,
I mean, you
I guess
can.
if
I guess
you
we'll
have
let you
to.
say some shit.
Listen,
Yeah.
man. 12:11 a.m. I just want to say this quickly. We got all on the line this Tuesday, man. We got Tio going against Josiah for the second time. First time he was getting cooked, you know what I'm saying? But this time he got another chance to go against Josiah. Ruthless Aggression versus Attitude Era debate. We got a trivia. We got Jay versus Rocco with me hosting it. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, boo.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
going
Oh,
on?
that fucking dweeb.
Why you always say you don't need to be there, man?
Let's not
You
get into
don't
all
need
that.
to be there.
Shut up.
Damn.
Wait. Donna, you say you the judge?
Listen.
You the one.
Listen. NSVR 07 versus SVR 08.
Hold on. Now he's a judge?
Listen,
He's a judge? Again?
shut up, Deontay. What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. It's 12:11 a.m.
It's past Donnie bedtime, so he all angry.
For real, bro.
I'm
Tired.
He all grumpy.
Look,
saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Man, Sean always hating shit. I ain't worried about him.
man,
Cranky little man. What the fuck, bro?
Yo.
Emphasis on the little.
Cranky little man is berserk.
Nah,
Who the hell is
man.
tall?
Hey,
Who is
hey,
tall?
when Johnny get mad, that nigga be like, "Oh, let me at him,
Bill, why you laughing when I'm taller than you? I'm taller than you, Deontay.
No, you're not. I know you are not.
Yo,
What the
you
fuck?
gotta have a short off, bro. You gotta have a
short
off.
off is
Both of them
crazy.
need a step stool to reach
Ridiculous.
the cabinet.
look, Loff, this whole stream idea was basically your brainchild. You wanted to talk about NXT and how the differences between Black and Gold and today's versions are, and not really make a debate on which one is better per se, but really just talk about, the pros and cons of each and just allowing NXT to get that spotlight here on OTB.
Yeah, bro. I saw Nate, not our Nate, Oos. I saw he made a video about it a while ago. They were talking about it on BTBC this weekend. This past few days, it's a conversation that I've seen a lot, and you know what I'm saying, I figured we can get as many people here and just talk about it. 'Cause I know Phil's perspective is because he watched NXT from the to the prime, all that. I didn't start watching NXT again until the Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross feud. I don't know what year that. I don't know what year that was.
That was 2020, sir.
19, 20?
That was 2020.
Damn,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
2020.
That's when I started
2020.
watching it like weekly. Before then, I was watching NXT the way I watch AEW now, so pay-per-view only.
I was like,
you started watching it the worst time. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, until I started watching
watching
weekly. It was after for some reason Karrion Kross got me into NXT again. Technically, as stupid as that sounds. As stupid as that. Him and Samoa Joe hyped me up. I don't know why.
Don't make it seem like that's a bad thing. Niggas don't act like Karrion Kross and shit. He not.
He's not bad.
No, he's
not.
He's
Cool.
not a terrible guy.
His current character feels
It's
like
just
a-
now Karrion Kross is not.
Yo,
Hitting
His
right
character is just boring.
He was.
You feel me? He's not bad. He's
He's
boring.
just boring now. Bald Karrion Kross had me locked in.
He need to shave his head again, bro. That was
It don't matter whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever
Karrion
Samoa
Kross
Joe
in
does,
NXT
great.
was cool.
But yeah,
Now
just-
Karrion Kross.
You know what went down here for him when Adam Cole cooked his ass? That's what went down here for him.
if
No,
people
that's-
keep bringing, we just talked about that on stream. I can't. People bring that up like that's just the greatest thing ever. I know it's cool, but damn, why y'all bring it up every single day?
That promo really did do something bad though.
Yeah,
was-
but, oh my god,
It did some damage. I ain't gonna lie. It
call
did
him
some
bald
damage.
and stupid.
That
Okay,
promo did do him damage, but that wasn't the only thing that did damage to him.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he looked like freaking
His
Bane
name was-
when he made his main roster debut.
It made him
He
lose
did-
to
No,
Jeff
Jeff
Hardy in 5 minutes. Come on.
Yeet.
and Jeff Hardy and I think it was less than 5 minutes, but yeah.
I just want to say this right here.
Yeah, let me get that.
I think Shawn Michaels
I hate the way
has a
you
future. Shut up.
Look how you chew his airhead. Why you chew like that?
I'm not watching him to an airhead.
No, he's like,
Why you watching him too? Paul?
no, I'm looking at everybody and he just took the slowest bite ever. Like,
Yo.
eat off camera. Turn your camera off for some shit.
Eat off cameras, crazy.
Eat off.
Eat off camera.
He ain't even in show. He corrected this nigga. Get your ass off.
This is all I want to say. I think this era of NXT has a lot more legs to it than Black and Gold did. I think the era of Black and Gold, for how good it was, Triple H making it into its own third brand, making it kind of like a WWE's own version of like an independent wrestling show, and just having the best wrestling out of every show under the company's umbrella. That's a great testament to Triple H. But what's happening since 2.0 ended to like where we're at today, I think Shawn Michaels has his finger on the pulse a lot more as far as pop culture goes. The recruits, I want to say it's even because Triple H recruited a lot of people from outside of WWE to bring into Black and Gold. So I think it's even right now. I do think that the women's division is the one thing that puts Shawn up here over Triple H, just because I think Shawn Michaels has been able to prioritize not only having title feuds for the women, but having non-title interesting feuds week to week from multiple women on the roster and continuing to bring new people in and training them to be at a certain level. I think that's a testament to what Shawn Michaels is doing.
Question: We not going to talk about 2.0? We're not like counting that into this.
I don't. I mean, I will.
I'm not gonna lie.
That to me,
2.0 was not as bad as
the
folks make
new.
it out to be. It really was.
To be honest, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people
It
talk
really
down
wasn't.
2.0, but 2.0 was not bad, bro.
It wasn't that bad.
That was pretty good.
It was stupid at times.
I
but
just
think
couldn't watch
everything-
it.
Why?
Why?
Bro, 2.0
Not because of the talent, not because of what they just had presented at that time. I just didn't like the way it was basically Vince's show at that point in time, and I just didn't like how Vince got his little grubby little hands all over the place and just wanted to make it into his own image. I always had NXT as a place where these young talents can come up from the ranks, do their own thing, develop their own character, develop their own stories, make everything their own, and then ultimately get up to the main roster. We saw NXT call-ups from Vince's past get called up to the main roster and completely fail, right? And I didn't want that for any of the talents down there at all. Because during NXT 2.0, people like Braun Breaker were down there. And Braun Breaker, as we all know, is freaking incredible. He's doing amazing things right now. But I just didn't want any of the Vince-isms that we saw during the early days, not even the early days, during the main roster time, get down to NXT. And maybe it didn't during that time in Black in 2.0. But at that current time, I just could not bring myself to watch it. But then all of a sudden, when it transitioned to that logo, Von Wagner is another good example.
Hey, respect come Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
Respect come Tuesday.
But then all of a sudden, when it changed from that 2.0 logo to the one that's right underneath TJay, the white and gold type deal, I wasn't automatically giving it a chance because it gave me some sort of resemblance to Black and Gold. But I was like, all right, now if there's going to be a changing of the guard on who's running things, because now I think that kind of just switched it from Vince to Shawn, I was more willing to give it a chance ultimately, because at the end of the day, I could see Shawn Michaels' vision being a lot better, potentially, than Vince McMahon.
And I think with Shawn's NXT, his NXT, it's serving its purpose. It's doing what it's supposed to. It's supposed to be a developmental brand. You got people like that's why he's telling so many athletes like Saul Ruka, Carolina Jordan, Jada Parker. You've seen all their progress. Triple H's NXT. Well, yes, he did develop some people. His more just like a indie show. You feel me? It's an indie show. Shawn is turning college athletes into next level talent. Look at Saul Ruka. Like I said, look at Saul Ruka.
Yeah,
that woman is crazy.
I think. Well, I think to that point, not Deontay. I think that point is, I feel like this is just my opinion, but I feel like if Triple H was still in charge, that next in line program would have been something that he would have implemented anyway. Because I feel like around the time that started, right, they weren't doing it as heavy as they were nowadays. So I think I think with that, it's another thing of like, it's the sign of the times, in my opinion. Because I think now they are really leaning into getting more and more of these college athletes, more and more of these.
Yeah, another example too, Oba Finley. Look what the hell he's doing.
But
man
I'll say though,
excellent.
knows how to bring in other like wrestlers who are already wrestlers. I'm not gonna lie, like he's cooking with that. I'm not gonna lie, like he got the great healthy balance of it.
And
Ethan Page, Joe Henry, like he's cooking. I'm not gonna lie.
He tapped in with pop culture too.
I want. Let's talk about Black and Gold for a second, because I really do think that this is a great discussion to talk about. And a lot of, again, I'm very thankful that you brought up this whole kind of conversation to be here on OTB. I kind of want to just go round table and get everybody's thoughts on, if you did watch Black and Gold, how'd you really get stuck into it, and what was that one rivalry / storyline that got you hooked from the moment you got there and watched it? Now, obviously, everybody's is going to be different, and if you didn't watch NXT Black and Gold, just say so. That's fine. We're all here just talking about it. But yeah, just go ahead and tell us your Black and Gold story, so to speak.
You want an order, or is that...
It don't matter what the order is.
Oh well, shit.
I
can tell you when I first started. When I first discovered NXT, it was the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn feud.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens feud. I already knew who Kevin Owens was before he came to WWE, so I was very intrigued. And then Sami Zayn was there. I'm like, oh shit, he just turned here. I got interested in that feud. That feud was amazing. And then also Finn Balor. Finn Balor is my favorite NXT superstar ever. Like him and that demon persona, that's what really got me hooked to the Finn Balor. That damn demon persona. In his match with Kevin Owens, his match with what's his face? The match with him and Samoa Joe. Phenomenal. That's what really got me in NXT. All that, and then pretty much, and all the storytelling and just everything about it was just awesome. And Shinsuke too. Shinsuke was that match with him and Sami Zayn, bro. Oh my god.
That was Shinsuke's
top 5
debut.
NXT match, bro. Top 5 NXT match, bro.
That was Shinsuke's debut. Love it.
Yeah, that's my Black Gold story. So
Well, I already told y'all about Joe and carrying that being like me starting to watch it weekly, but I think I'm trying to remember because I was like watching like pay-per-views only. So a lot of people, if I knew who like they were, then I would watch. Half the time I was just watching it just to see what they had going on. I think it may have been around the time where Ricochet was North American champion. Somewhere around there. I'm still trying to think at the moment.
That was 2019, I believe.
And then that's probably that's probably around because I remember watching most of Ricochet's matches, most of Malachi Black matches, Aleister Black at that time. I think that was when I wasn't like fully into it, obviously, but I think that was he was one of the most still to this day he's one of the most insane professional wrestlers I've ever seen in my life, and like I think that was the peak of his like performance as far as under the WWE roster, or under the WWE umbrella. But yeah, I think he was one of the people that really stood out. Adam Cole, obviously one of the people that stood out. I wasn't a big fan of Undisputed Era as a group because I only took interest in Adam Cole. I didn't really care about Kyle and Roddy and
Bobby Fish, yeah.
Bobby Fish.
I didn't really care. I didn't really care about.
It's okay that you don't remember him all that much.
Yeah,
it's okay. Adam Cole remember him all that much.
Adam Cole was excellent to me. You know what I'm saying? But I still think like because Adam Cole, I have him at a certain level too because we were just watching this on stream. He's a big part into what my favorite wrestler currently, Carmelo Hayes, is right now. You know, the match Melo and Adam Cole had, that was towards like the back end of Black and Gold, so it wasn't like, you know, but Cole was still at a very good point in his career at that point. But yeah, I think that was like pay-per-view watching. But as far as weekly, like I said earlier, it was for some reason Karrion Kross and Samoa Joe had me locked in. That was probably my biggest point of like interest going on to where we're at right now.
I mean, that's not the worst feud to get started on for watching weekly. I mean, from what I remember, Kross and Joe weren't really all that bad, especially Kross and NXT. Like we mentioned earlier, Kross, you know, in NXT was damn good. It's just now that's kind of getting a little bit fishy. But yeah, Adam Cole was the first ever North American champion.
Being nice,
and then Ricochet won it from him at I believe it was Brooklyn 4, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, great stuff. Tio, what about you, my man?
I want to say, let's see, Finn Balor and Kevin Owens when they were going back and forth for the NXT Championship, because that was around the same time that Shinsuke Nakamura debuted. I already knew about Shinsuke Nakamura because me being a big AJ Styles stan before he even got WWE and covering, I was following his indie run, him and Cody Rhodes in 2016. So I was following AJ Styles' 2014 and 2015 indie run. So I knew about Shinsuke through that AJ Styles match at Wrestle Kingdom, that amazing
phenomenal
match. Right?
Phenomenal.
So seeing Shinsuke Nakamura debut,
So good.
that whole Finn Balor and Kevin Owens 2016, and seeing Kevin Owens on Raw in 2015 also, because that was around the same time he was feuding with John Cena. That was kind of like my point, like, okay, I'm gonna start locking in on NXT, and then it just kept getting better because they introduced, you would see Bayley, you would see Charlotte, you would see Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, the 4 Horsewomen. So I think around that 2015, 2016 time, for me, that's when I got into NXT, because you start seeing a bunch of NXT like stars showing up in real stars. You know what I'm saying? So that was my time. The time I really locked in NXT though was around, I want to say, about 2018, and that was because the Raw and SmackDown was so bad. It was so bad that you was just kind of you kind of wanted, you was just hoping for something else. And in 2018, Triple H was giving you that on NXT. So that's when I really locked in NXT, pretty much in that 2018 time.
I have a question.
I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead, Locke. Go ahead.
Real quick, I have a question because now I'm like thinking about it. I remember what for Black and Gold, there was an era that I'm sure we all remember before Black and Gold of the game show.
The reality show.
I watched everything from the game
show,
show, but
yeah.
for some reason I stopped. I remember watching everything with the game show. I was locked in with freaking. I love the rookie and promo thing. Was just cool.
I feel like,
bro, Swift.
There might be a universal disconnect. I feel like a good chunk of people might have stopped watching the game show after the Nexus storyline, because that's definitely where I stopped watching at that point.
Yes,
that's probably where I'm missing. Cause like I remember watching everything from the game show. Cause I remember every season of the game show, and then I stopped, and then there was like Ricochet. That was it. There was no. It was like Eli Cottonwood to Ricochet.
When they fucking had Daniel Bryan take on Chris Jericho when Bryan was supposed to be the fucking rookie of the Miz, and he fought Chris Jericho on an episode of that.
I was there.
And Bryan was cooking, and you could tell in the back were like, cut that shit out.
You know, Nate being there is so funny.
I was there, bro. That was my very first wrestling show.
How long?
Ever.
Lucky.
How long did the game show last before it transitioned over to like an
lasted,
actual?
It lasted like 3 or 4 seasons.
Because they had the redemption one where they bought some people back.
Yeah.
Because like
and
the last time I remember
by the way,
the show ever happening. Because the last time I remember the game show ever happening was when the Nexus became a thing. Like that was the last season of the game show
I think they technically
that I remember, and then I just
won. Because the women's one was the 3rd season. Then they had like a redemption season. So they had 4.
I forgot about the
because maybe the Nexus cast was season 2, and then season 3 was obviously
Nexus was season 1.
Women. So maybe
Nexus was season
never
1.
watched.
Yeah, Nexus was season 1.
Nexus
all I
1.
remember
Okay.
is that by 2012 they had transitioned from it, because 2012 is when Seth Rollins won the inaugural NXT title.
Correct. So, yeah. So yeah, I watched the Nexus version of the game show, and then that was it.
Oh yeah.
But then all of a sudden, when I heard that Black and Gold was coming around, I'm like, all right, Let's see what this is actually about. And
they
then
replaced that shit with main event.
Main event.
main event on Ion Television.
That main event was kind of stupid.
Sheamus and CM Punk on that. That's crazy.
They used to have superstars, bro.
Superstars?
Superstars.
Bro, that
Crazy,
theme
bro.
Superstars had a banger ass theme too.
We've been trying to push the agenda on me and my chat. We've been trying to push the agenda. Superstars was kind of fire. It was
Superstars was nice.
Kind of crazy.
Superstars was nice.
It was stupid. They had they were advertising Tyson Kidd and David Hart Smith first time ever, like it was Rock and Cena, but it wasn't that bad. And it's like a lot of the stuff from that time period, it really wasn't that bad, you know. But yeah, I think
I forgot about
that rookie and pros like portion of NXT, the wrestling, it wasn't the best, you know what I'm saying? But I think like entertainment wise, it was crazy. Entertainment wise, and then just looking at if you look at all the seasons, and find who's like wrestling and where they're at now, like Naomi and AJ and all those people, like it's crazy to look at it now.
I saw the vision for what they tried to do, right? Like having a rookie learn from a pro and everything like that. I kind of saw the vision for what they were going for there, but then all of a sudden, when they got hokey with it and they did obstacle courses and they did like, just random like hokey like game show type stuff.
You know what I hated about the game show?
He did a kissing contest, and I was like, what does this have to do with pro wrestling? Like, what is this?
You know what I hated about the game show NXT? The fact that they took rookies, they took people like Bryan Danielson and Low-Key and called them rookies when they've been wrestling longer than their pros.
Well, they're rookies in WWE, so that's why they call them.
They're rookie into developmental type system, yeah. But yeah, like the game show was something else for sure. But TJ, my man, Black and Gold. When was your start, brother? Give it to me.
So after the disconnect from the game show, I think I really jumped back in around the time, and my real heaters will know this. Around the time they were advertising Jushin Thunder Liger would be facing Tyler Breeze at TakeOver, and I forgot which TakeOver it was, but it was around that same time. It was like after that match, I really got into it. After watching Bayley and Sasha in that fucking Iron Woman match. From that point on, I was locked the fuck in.
I think that Light Show and Tyler Breeze match happened
Brooklyn.
The same day as
Brooklyn.
I want to say it was the same show.
I think that was
it was the first TakeOver Brooklyn.
Shinsuke and
first TakeOver Brooklyn. So yeah, it was the same one as Bayley and Sasha then, right? Because they were Brooklyn 1, right?
I think so.
TakeOver Brooklyn. Yeah, Bayley Sasha.
Yeah. So I literally was watching that match like, damn, how can they top this? And then Bayley and Sasha said, come here.
Hold my beer.
Come here.
Hold my beer.
And I was locked in from that point.
Jushin Thunder Liger and Tyler was the first match on the show. Like on the main card.
Champion of all time.
But yeah, the Iron Woman match was TakeOver Respect. Yes.
Then what was the one they had to TakeOver Brooklyn?
That was the
TakeOver Brooklyn was the first match that they had. That's the one that everybody really talks about. Like the Bayley Sasha.
TakeOver Brooklyn.
I don't know why the fuck I thought it was an Iron Woman match. Damn.
They had a what?
The TakeOver Brooklyn one is where everybody talks about the Bayley Sasha match.
Was that not the Iron Woman?
But the Iron Woman match. No, that's not the Iron Woman match that they
Damn,
talk about.
That's a Mandela effect right there, then. Shit.
I swear to God, I swear that was TakeOver Brooklyn, bro. I swear.
TakeOver Brooklyn was the first match. The Iron Woman was Respect.
Oh.
Aiden's got it right. And Respect is the one after Brooklyn. So yeah. So maybe you just had those.
I just remember Bayley doing the Poison Rana spot. That's what locked me.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn.
Okay, there we go. That's all that matters.
I'm so mad I didn't see those matches until after Sasha was already on the main roster. And I was like, let me just go see what she was doing. I'm like, oh, okay.
He was cooking up a whole fucking
Being excellent.
full-course meal.
So meanwhile, she's on Raw fighting, losing to Charlotte every 2 weeks. But NXT, she's just doing amazing things with Bayley. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, trust me, those were the times. But yeah, I mean, everybody has their NXT Black and Gold story. I mean, I watched it from the beginning, truthfully. You know, when it came down to NXT Black and Gold, and I saw that NXT was turning into that kind of new era of it, and I saw that Triple H is going to be bringing in these new talents and just allowing, like, just basically becoming a third brand of NXT. I was like, yeah, this could be something good. And this was at the start when they were on the WWE Network for only 1 hour. And they were on the WWE Network for that 1 hour time slot.
The fact that
like,
1 hour show was better than the
good.
3 hours and the 2 hour show on network television,
right,
says a lot.
Right. And I was like, yeah, no, this is great. And then obviously everybody knows, if you guys know Black and Gold enough, you guys know about the Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano feud. I mean, that right there, that feud,
the greatest feud in NXT
literally
history,
revolutionized. Literally revolutionized what a feud could actually be. And yeah, I mean, those two, when Tommaso Ciampa was coming out to no music, but just to the sound of boos from the crowd.
That's what you call heat, bro.
To me, he was the best heel in the business at that current time. Like, he was just that good at what he did. But yeah, I mean, NXT Black and Gold, it definitely had its ups, but trust me, when they were transitioning over into 2.0, and the Black and Gold was slowly dissipating and turning into something different, that's when, you know, a ton of people, including myself, were going to try to give it a chance, but they just could not, you know, let that Black and Gold era go. And that's what happened to me. I could not just let that Black and Gold era go and just allow myself to actually get immersed into this new group of talent. And that's what Loft told me from the beginning. They're like, Phil, you just have to give it a chance. It's not that I didn't
say
want
this
to.
too.
It's just that I couldn't bring myself to do it.
I'll say this too. My opinion, 2.0 was okay. It's not what we're getting now. That's my problem with 2.0. Is like, it's the fact that, okay, we went from Black and Gold, that was an amazing show, to an average show. That was my problem. Because 2.0 was a pretty average, run-of-the-mill, cool wrestling show. Now what we're getting nowadays, that's, some people would argue it's better than Black and Gold, which I see both arguments. Ain't gonna lie.
Which is probably the reason why we're talking about it today.
Let's get negative, bro. Let's get negative, man. Forget all the respect. Forget all the positive talks. What do y'all think is better, Black and Gold or now? Come on, let's get to it.
Now.
Forget all the positive talks.
Now. Shawn Michaels about Sexy Red. That's it. It's over.
That's crazy.
Look.
That's
not the only reason why. But even I would have to say now.
Really?
Even I would have to say now, and I love
we got an
Gold.
NXT crossover.
So this what I feel like. I feel like though the two NXTs are at a stalemate, because I feel like both of them served the purpose. Like they prospered because of the times they were in. And when it came to Black and Gold, wrestling and let's just say WWE was very like it was very little wrestling, a whole bunch of story, but the stories were horrible. It was horrible stuff like Bobby Lashley, Sami Zayn with the sisters and stuff. It was around the time what that 2018
and one of the sisters
year,
was Max Caster.
It was god awful, right? So NXT came and it showed that, you know, real graps, real pro wrestling still mattered, and it still could, you know, put butts in seats. It still could sell tickets. It still could, you know, show what wrestling was really all about. That was at a time where, the wrestling world were craving grabs. Like they was really craving those grabs. Nowadays, NXT, this new NXT, it's all about story. Can you tell a story or not? You know what I'm saying? That's what the wrestling world is about today. It's about story. Of course, graps are great nowadays.
Character development.
We need that character. We need that story. So I feel like both NXTs are perfect for the times that they were in. That's why AEW whipped NXT at the time they did, because AEW had those graps and they had those stories. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
It was the start of that shift. I think AEW was kind of where you saw the start of that shift to that storyline centered shift, in my opinion. And nowadays we in the story era. WWE does that amazingly. NXT, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. NXT is like a real life TV show, like real life characters you can get into. I'm looking, and you can look at this
literally
roster.
become like a third brand while being developmental.
Everybody got their own character, bro. It's amazing to see. But yeah, that's why I feel like it's a stalemate. I don't feel like one is better than the other. I feel like they both were perfect for the times that they were in. That's just me, though.
I'll see that.
If I can say though to you,
my camera. Shit.
Sorry, TJ. Go ahead.
I gotta give the edge to
I'll say my point
NXT now, and the reason why is because, like you said, they both work for their time. But I choose this one because, and I don't want anybody to twist my words. I'm not saying Black and Gold relied on indie stars, and I'm not saying that the new one doesn't, because you see who's on the roster. What I'm saying is, I feel like this new NXT proves that you don't have to be an indie darling or come from a different promotion to be a star, as we've seen with the NIL program. Obafemi, no, I'm not even going to use Obafemi as an example because that'd be too easy. Sol Ruka and Kaylani Jordan, 2 years ago, never touched a fucking ring. Kaylani Jordan, more recently, I think hers was like, it was a year ago that she wasn't even in the fucking ring. And now look at her putting on fucking bangers. I haven't seen what Meltzer's rating for that match was at Heatwave, but if it wasn't a 4-star or more, that nigga is
he didn't like it.
Shit.
He thought it was a gymnastic routine.
Yeah,
he thought it was a gymnastics routine in the ring.
But he loved.
They put on a banger fucking match, and they've been wrestling for less than 2 years. This new NXT proves you don't have to have prior ring experience to develop and become a WWE main eventer or WWE superstar. But on top of that, I choose this one. And again, I'm not saying Triple H's Black and Gold didn't, but this one really heavily puts an emphasis on women's wrestling. Hell, but compared to like compared to AEW at this point, besides the Tony Storm thing, and before Mercedes got there, I'm even putting that one on the halfway because Tony really ain't doing shit with the Mercedes thing. It was really just get my title back from Willow because I was broken my ankle. Sean is
she hasn't been lighting the world
putting
on fire
emphasis on women's wrestling and stuff. Roxanne and that title was carrying. I don't want to say carrying the show because Trick was doing his thing too, but it was a big forefront from before Stand and Deliver. So we're talking end of last year to now. Hell, if I want to even push it further, it'd be a little reaching. But I'll say, no, actually, I don't want to give it that much. I was going to say from when Roxanne dropped it, but that was also still kind of, I think that was the end of the 2.0 era, so I don't want to give it that one. I'll stick from, from when Becky dropped the title to Lyra.
Go.
More emphasis on the women's of NXT.
I'm gonna say this, TJ. Yeah. I don't know if I can argue that Shawn Michaels I'll say he has showcased women on the show more than Triple H has. But we got to remember, women's wrestling was always important in whatever Triple H was doing. Asuka went on I want to say, how long was that reign? That reign was like...
He went undefeated.
Off the top of my head, 538?
Undefeated 500-day title reign. Asuka was a absolute star in that women's division. Sasha Banks, Bayley. Two of the greatest women's matches in NXT history. And it showcased that, you know what I'm saying, women's wrestling could main event. Women's wrestling could be the best thing on the show. So when it comes to that, when it comes to the women's standpoint, I kind of once again I put it in a stalemate because I feel like Triple H paved the way for that. I think Triple H really
that's fair.
Triple H really is the person that put that in the air, in my opinion. But Shawn Michaels is doing an amazing job with how he's presenting women's wrestling. I would say that. I would say that.
Yeah, especially even with how they booked, and this for Nate, freaking Shayna Baszler, bro.
Shayna Baszler.
I was waiting for somebody to say it because I was about to say that, bro. I was about to say
the way Vince books Shayna Baszler is just it's ridiculous, bro.
Also, I got another problem that I hear a lot of people say, and I think it's a lie. A lot of people say that the NXT Black and Gold, the wrestlers or the characters back then wasn't good at translating to the main roster. I'll call bullcrap on that.
Adam Cole would have translated well to the main roster.
These stars can translate to the main roster. The problem was when they got to the main roster, Vince McMahon did everything he could to ruin them.
Mm-hmm.
When Keith Lee first showed up on
100%,
and he had that amazing showcasing against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, that people was on their feet.
Look
when
at
Keith Lee once again
debuted.
had that amazing showcasing he did against Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, people were on their feet.
When Keith Lee
people look at those old characters and they say like it won't translate, but like they don't realize, or I guess they forget that Vince McMahon was a reason why that didn't happen. In my opinion, that's just me
though. When Keith Lee showed up and did it wasn't like, you know, his first appearance or anything like that, but when they did the NXT, SmackDown, and Raw Survivor Series. And they did, I believe, the final two of that entire 5-on-5-on-5.
Yes.
With Keith Lee and Roman Reigns was the final two.
Yep.
And you saw Keith Lee go toe-to-toe with Roman Reigns. And I mean toe-to-toe. He did not miss a single step at all with him.
Almost beat the man also.
That right there.
Yeah.
This close.
Right. That right there, I knew that
example too.
The man can be an absolute megastar.
Another example too. Shinsuke Nakamura, when he first came to the main roster, that SmackDown debut, he was over as hell leading up to WrestleMania 34. He was over as hell.
He easily should have won the WWE title against AJ Styles at 34.
Never turned heel,
easily. But if I can say this real quick, and I kind of want to bring up what Teal was talking about earlier with Black and Gold for 1 second, because I know it's a both ending type of deal of Black and Gold and White and Gold, but I want to talk about this in comparing to AEW at the time, because AEW was created to be technically an alternative for what WWE was doing at the time, because WWE was so goddamn awful at the time for the main roster. Black and Gold at the time, though, when they were on the WWE network, when the main roster was still in its low period, was technically an alternative. Like, they were an alternative really before AEW really ever became a thing, because at that current time, they were giving us what we wanted. Characters, stories, rivalries that actually had stakes behind them. I mean, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano is easily one of them that could just come to mind. I mean,
they were on weekly shows too.
Shout out to you.
Right.
Dream matches every single week.
And they were an alternative before AEW could have ever existed. And I always thought that if we were going to be seeing any type of formula for what we can possibly see in the main roster in the future, which honestly could be now if you want to talk about it, it was a formula of Black and Gold and how they actually wanted to do things.
Yeah. Triple H's NXT was, because 2019.
Because Triple H is doing a lot of good things now.
Yeah. Yeah. That 2019 period of WWE NXT was what kept people watching that shit. I ain't gonna lie, because 2019 after WrestleMania 35, yikes! Lord. But thank God for NXT. Thank God for shit like The fucking Dijak and Keith Lee shit. That
Oh,
That feud
Come on,
was
man.
underrated, bro. That feud right there, boy.
Talk
Come
to
on,
him.
man.
every
Man.
single match they had was.
I don't care what happens. If I have a superstar like
Right.
Dijak on my roster, I'm not releasing him ever. After that,
Never.
I'm
Ever.
never
No.
ignoring it, bro. What was like? What, bro?
What was the reason? Y'all, they gonna regret that shit. They gonna regret that shit.
They always do. I think Dijak will be back
Yeah,
at some
no,
point. If
He will be, but
if
they
it
gonna
works,
regret that.
Dijak's gonna make them beg to bring him back because he's gonna put on. Oh my god!
He gonna.
Here's a
Boy.
question for all of you. Besides Keith Lee, because I feel like we already talked about how Keith Lee was basically just completely derailed from what he did in NXT to when he showed up on the main roster. A black and gold gimmick that you could have easily seen transition on the main roster that completely flopped because of Vince McMahon.
Malachi
What was
Black.
one of your favorite gimmicks from that time?
Karrion Cross. I think that would have translated to the main roster. Karrion Cross gimmick.
And Malachi Black. They had him talking to me in a closet on SmackDown.
He
saying,
wanted somebody to knock on the door, man.
Please knock on my door.
I'm gonna
Then
do
when-
it every week.
Then when
Say, "Look,
somebody
he's
knocked
never
on his
did
door, they
anything."
released his ass a week later.
No, for real.
They knocked on his door, right? They said, "No, you gotta go home, buddy."
That knock was
definitely
Mark
knocked on his
Carano saying,
What's an early
"Pack
one?
your bag, big dog."
An early one.
What's an early one that you can remember? Like an
An early
early
what?
black and gold, if you can.
I want to say one, but it failed for a different reason.
Like, wait, why are we just talking about black and gold failures or what?
Yeah, that you really could have easily seen transition well on the main roster.
Ty Dillinger.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's a good
He would
one.
have been over. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Oh yeah,
That's
Neville,
a
the man
really
that
good
gravity
one.
forgot.
Mm-hmm.
No, because they brought Neville up, and he was, Adrian Neville doing his thing. Then they turned him into Pac, which, is not the Pac that we know now, but they transitioned into
Well, they
him.
turned him into Neville, but a darker
Yeah.
version of Neville,
A
and
darker
it
version.
basically
Yeah, I don't
was
care. The
Pac.
king of the
Just a
cruiserweight
younger.
Neville.
So,
The king of the cruiserweight Neville was fire though.
but
Hey, you know,
Oh,
fucking Enzo
oh,
Amore.
oh, Cedric Alexander.
they just
That's
brought him back.
It's a fair one.
They
That's a
just
real
brought him
hooper.
back on Tuesday.
Oh, he about to go crazy.
They
You
just
better
brought him
stupid.
back
Him
on
and Ashanti.
Tuesday. Him and
I
Ashanti.
think somebody
Hold on.
said it already, but we said Shinsuke already, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's fair.
I know this
Bro.
isn't early NXT, but I feel like a gimmick that should have worked on the main roster, but for whatever reason did it. Hit Row.
That's
Should have
it.
worked. Hit Row
Hit
should
Row
have
was
worked.
one of those things too that I was like, I wasn't watching weekly at that time either, and I'm like, I
Hit Row was a
like
beast.
that.
Because Hit Row
That's
was
cool.
nice in NXT. Hit Row in NXT
Hey,
was
I'm about
actually
to say
entertaining.
something. I'm about to say something that's about to be very controversial. It's about to be very controversial. But I
Yes.
want y'all to really think about it, and you'll know it's true. And this is not hate at all. If it was not for Hit Row, I don't think, and I really don't want y'all to take this out of context. So I'm going to explain it after I say it.
Boo.
Not for Hit Row, I do not think Swerve would be as big as he is now because
You're right.
before
you're
Hit
right,
Row,
you're right.
what did they have him do? It was mid-card shit. Then they had him do the Hit Row thing, and they started to skyrocket. And then they immediately put him on SmackDown, and then Vince did the Vince thing, which almost killed Hit Row. I'm surprised it didn't immediately. And then they released Swerve, and Swerve has that fire under him again. And then AEW takes him, and AEW almost killed him too.
Facts.
That's a combo for a different day. AEW almost
Talk
killed
about that later.
man.
Talk
They
about that
revived
later.
it, though. They revived it.
This
But without
got
Hit
this
Row,
right
I
here.
don't think Swerve
Apollo
would
Crew, yeah.
right now.
This guy
Apollo
right here,
Crews.
Apollo.
Underrated.
Yuhan Nation. When I saw that this man,
love Apollo Crews.
You are nation.
What?
That was his thing.
that was it. That was his name before. That was his name before he showed up in NXT.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
When
That was his
I
thing.
saw
I'm
that
still
this
mad
man,
about this shit, dog. I am twice, bro.
when
That was nasty, bro.
I saw
mad
that
about
Apollo
that?
Crews was showing up in NXT, I immediately thought that guy could have been easily an NXT champion at that time because of North American Championship was not established at the time. And I easily thought that Apollo Crews could have been,
in my opinion,
somebody
Apollo Crews
big
got brought up
and
a little bit
somebody
too
like you
early.
could actually get behind.
I think they brought
They
Apollo
did
up a
call
little
him
bit too early.
up way too early. They called him up way too early. He easily should have had an NXT title run at that time. And another one, and I'm going to talk about a tag team here that completely flopped on the main roster because I'll just say it. They literally had no idea what to do with them on the main roster when they called them up. The Ascension.
Bro, the Ascension should have been so much better than they were, bro. They should have been so much better, bro.
Man, the
How do you
Ascension.
fumble
Connor
the
and
Ascension,
Victor. Connor and Victor on NXT were dominant NXT tag team champions.
I have a big one. I have a very fucking big one. And again, I need y'all to open your ears. So I'm not saying they failed. I'm saying Vince failed them. The Revival.
Oh yeah, the Uchiha shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They brought them up, and Vince did not know what the fuck to do with them. And the thing is, right before they left, he was right there. He was on the page, just not the paragraph with the FTRKO shit, and you never pulled the fucking trigger.
Bro, FTRKO was so good, bro. It was so good. It was so good. That could have been a legit faction.
The shatter into the RKO. Come on, man. Come on.
Oh,
the Vaudevillains. They were over as fucking NXT. The Vaudevillains were over as fucking NXT.
Put them up. Put them up.
Put them up.
Put them up.
Put them up.
Dude, the Vaudevillains were just running around with motherfucking blue pants. I don't know if you guys remember Blue Pants. But Blue Pants.
She works for AEW now, I believe.
Blue Pants.
Blue Pants.
Is she Leva Bates? I thought that was Leva Bates.
Yeah, that's Leva Bates.
That is her. She's
That
the
is Leva
librarian
Bates.
now.
Okay.
In AEW.
That's
No,
right.
it's
She's the
not AEW
librarian,
anymore.
yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
Damn.
But well, she was a librarian with, I believe, who was she?
Peter
librarian
Avalon.
with? Oh yeah,
Pretty Peter Avalon.
Peter Avalon. That's it. I think he's gone too. I think he's gone
What
too.
happened to him?
I think he's gone too from AEW.
Oh no, he's still in AEW. I think he's on the ROH side now. Yeah.
So he's in their technical developmental. That just never get called up. But yeah. Another tag team. Another tag team. AOP. I mean, now they're on the main roster with Karrion Kross. But AOP in NXT, bruh.
I don't know why they changed the manager. I don't know why they made Rockstar Spud the fucking manager.
That shit was so weird.
That shit was so bad.
They should have just kept Paul Ellering.
Weird. And then y'all remember
is,
they had this man piss himself? Y'all remember that?
Against the Big Show. Yes.
I distinctively remember a time though where I believe Paul Ellering was, suffering some sort of illness or whatever, and that's why he was taken off TV for a little while. But then all of a sudden they just had
Drake
Maverick
fucking Rockstar
be their manager from then on out, and then that was just it. So I don't know. But yeah, AOP were just incredible. Another one, but this was a group. Who remembers Sanity?
Yes, I knew you were.
Yeah, they were kind of crazy. Yeah.
Sanity went crazy.
Shout out Nikki Cross.
Real.
Bro,
Eric Young.
They fumbled Sanity as soon as they came. Cause why did they come up without Nikki Cross? They came up without Nikki Cross at first, and then they brought her.
Eric Young, Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Nikki Cross. I mean, those guys and girl were incredible.
Hey, I got one who I'm glad flopped on the main roster, and that is the Forgotten Sons. I'm so glad that shit flopped. So glad that shit flopped.
That one because of that one. The other two are cool, but that one guy.
Y'all remember they had that nigga go out by doing that fucking Symphony of Destruction match, and they had him like attempt to cook in that match, and everyone was like, "Brother, we don't give a fuck about you, bro."
Yeah,
Like,
fuck you, nigga.
what did you do?
Another tag team that Vince had split up and just did nothing with one guy.
Yeah.
I know. Yep.
Cass and Enzo.
Yep.
They should have never split
Man,
up.
dog.
They should have won the tag titles.
Here's the thing.
They should have won the tag titles.
Yo, come on. I think you remember that Cass and Enzo split.
Into this,
that shit.
My God, man.
Before we get into this is the only comment she has, so it's the one I have to put up. Elisha talked about this all the time. It is the same thing that started to do with Jay. It was the overexposure and them not knowing what the fuck to do with Enzo and Cass. So what do? Mm-hmm. Might as well split them up.
They should have put the damn tag. But remember when they didn't have a mic and they were still
God, I hated Enzo's run as Cruiserweight champion. I did. I hated it. I fucking hated that.
The Cruiserweight Championship run was really bad.
It was so bad that it was funny. It was so bad that it was funny.
Neville. They made him beat Neville. That's why Neville left.
I hated that fucking Cruiserweight thing. And the thing is, when Big Cass was revealed to be the attacker of Enzo Amore, I saw it coming. Right? I saw that coming because obviously that's just a WWE 101 type deal. But they never did anything.
Here's the thing. They didn't fail Rusev because their creative was bad. They failed it because they got jealous.
Yeah, they got over.
Booked perfectly, and then when the whole Rusev Day shit started and it got so over and they didn't want it to get over, they nuked him.
Didn't they say that shit was a fluke? They said
their own jealousy, and it pisses me off to this day.
TJ, it's all because of Petty Vince.
It is
all because of that.
If he didn't get them over, he ain't pushing you.
Imagine how fed we would be as wrestling fans if that old, decrepit piece of shit wasn't a petty, jealous motherfucker. You remember what Dolph Ziggler said? Dolph Ziggler revealed that somebody in production told him, the only reason why we have you lose is because Vince thinks it's funny. Vince is playing a joke on you about having you lose. What?
Dude.
Do you know if I was Dolph Ziggler, I would go back there and kick him in the fucking face?
Shit out of him, bro.
Because what the fuck do you
He had Lana going
You're
through
playing a
tables
joke
every
on me
week,
about
bro.
having you lose. This is my career. Bitch, fuck
He
you.
had Lana going through tables every week by Nia Jax just for no reason.
Another team that I want to talk about here because one of them, I don't know if both of them are injured now, but I know one of them has been injured for quite a while right now, and I think you guys know who I'm talking about. They were known as the War Raiders in NXT, but now they're known as the Viking Raiders here in on the main roster. And that's exactly my fucking point. You fucking changed them so much. Here's the first name that you gave them.
Viking Experience, bro.
The first name that you gave them was the Viking fucking Experience.
That sounds like a Disney.
And that shit.
What the fuck?
And that shit completely derailed everything. And then they changed them again because everybody talked shit on social media, and they're like, "All right, I think they're like the Viking Experience at that time." Then they I think he's injured.
Yeah.
Then it was the Viking Experience, and then people were like, "That's just as bad, if not worse." So change it again, and they did to the Viking Raiders. And I was like, "All right, now you're gonna." To get into some sort of legal situation now with the NFL because of Vikings and Raiders. That's not a good idea, but they kept it. And they've been that for now. When they completely had War Raiders, and the reason why they did not want the War Raiders on TV, and this is the legit reason, because they did not want to have war on their television.
Nigga, there used to be a fucking pay-per-view called War Games. They have a pay-per-view called War Games now.
Raw used to be called War.
Raw is War.
Deontay. It was Raw is War. What the fuck?
I remember. I think it was an issue. I forgot if it was Eric or Ivor, but they said they went backstage in creative and they were presented the name change and they were like, "What's wrong with the original one?" and work hand to God. I want to say it was Michael Hayes because it's usually Michael Hayes that has to deliver the fuck ass.
It's usually
news to
Michael
people.
Hayes.
He was
Yeah,
like,
that's Michael Hayes.
Vince thinks you guys look like Vikings. He wants Viking in the name, so whatever we name you has to have Viking in it. So they do the Viking experience, and then Eric and I were like, that shit ain't gonna work. And then Hayes was like, it's gotta have Viking in it. So the next week, that's why they switched that shit immediately.
Unfortunately,
to Viking
yes.
regulars.
And dude,
Yes,
dude,
Hayes is still there.
Michael Hayes is
never
still there.
leaving. He's never leaving.
That's the one Vince McMahon guy that is never gonna leave. But their finisher in NXT was known as Thor's Hammer, and I was perfectly fine with that. Thor's Hammer, fine, that's cool. It was devastating. I freaking loved the War Raiders,
I
Viking
love the
Raiders when they
name
were
Thor's
in
Hammer. I love the
NXT.
name of Thor's Hammer.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool at that time.
Also, why did
But
they
yeah,
change their
it's
names,
just
bro?
the Viking experience, the Viking Raiders. I mean, it was just bad. Bruce Pritchard, I believe, is still there too. So I mean, he's not
he is
going anywhere. And then finally, guys, and then we could just talk about White and Gold for the rest of the time or whatever. Because I kind of have a question like this, but NXT characters now that are going to transition really well on the main roster, and why. So get preparation for that one. But the final tag team I kind of want to talk about here, Alpha Academy. Not Alpha Academy, American Alpha.
Bro,
I had the
God.
right kind of thing. It was just whatever it was.
Bro,
American
bro.
Alpha was
Like
fucking
American
incredible.
Alpha was still nice on the main roster. It just
It was that
unfortunately,
dumbass storyline with Kirk.
it was that stupid storyline. They split them up, and then
Which it would
unfortunately
have made more
Pentagon
sense
got
for
injured.
Gable to be the crown anyway.
one. You picked the wrong one.
Nigga ain't even black.
Like, why not pick the one that was actually an Olympian?
Like what?
Like what?
To be
What? We're diverse. I'm not
Ain't even
racist.
white, man.
I love the blacks. Look at Kurt Angle's son.
I love the
black.
Like, come on, man.
Oh,
You didn't try.
oh
And
my
then they
god!
said, "Well, what do we do with you, Gable?"
Did-
Yeah, he's kind of
Shorty.
short.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's short.
My black son.
Ready, willing, and Gable.
The thing
My black son.
about
My black
the
son.
thing about
That theme
American
song
Alpha
hard,
in
too. That theme
NXT.
song was hard as hell, too.
The thing about American Alpha in NXT is that I just felt like they were the perfect duo. Like
Oh,
they
we
were
already
just
talked about Enzo
completely
and Cass,
perfect
so.
in every single way. They complemented each other so freaking well. And you know, they had a SmackDown Tag Team Championship run at the time.
And they beat Bray
It was
Wyatt and Randy Orton,
16,
too.
17. And Phil, do you want to know why I remember this? Because around that same time, do you remember what other tag team was on SmackDown Live? The fucking Headbangers.
Was it Slater and Rhino?
The
Headbangers.
Oh, they're freaking headbangers. But Slater and Rhino were on SmackDown too.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, that.
Oh my!
Hey, Saul, I think it's time for you to go sleep, buddy.
I want to have sex with your wife.
I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
Time to hit the hay.
hey, real quick. This is, I think, I was thinking about it for a little bit just now. I think the main thing, and I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way when I say it. This is just how I feel about this perspective with this brand. I am very grateful that not really 2.0, White and Gold has rejuvenated my my trust with WWE and their handling of black superstars. That is something.
Shawn Michaels is for the culture. Shawn Michaels is for the culture.
When I started watching wrestling, I was always trying to. Y'all know Jeff was the first person. I was like, oh my god, he's great. You know, I was always trying to find people that looked like me and were being treated as if we weren't MVP getting freaking gimmicks to play basketball every week. which was cool, but at the same time, it's stereotypical. Crime Time, R.I.P. Shad. Still, it's a very stereotypical gimmick.
They should have won the tag titles.
They are criminals, and we're gonna dance and steal from you. You know what I'm saying?
They should have won the tag titles, by the way. Really
Bobby Lashley smacking his butt with Leo Rush running around.
Lashley.
Leo Rush.
When I started watching NXT,
I fucking hated Leo Rush at that time, bro.
I think the reason why I love Carmelo Hayes so much is because there's been a deficit of black superstars that are being treated as if they're not just, you know, he got the whole Melo don't miss thing, but they're treating him as if he's a big deal. They treat Trick like he's a big deal. They treat Lash Legend.
I mean, Carmelo is kind of a stereotypical black gimmick too, though.
But at the same time, they while you're correct about that, they gave him a spotlight immediately when he came in. They put him in there with Kushida. They put him there in the breakout tournament. They had him win the breakout tournament. They had put him in there against Adam Cole. They
the difference is, Tay, it's the character he came up with, whereas the others were characters that Vince was like, "You're black. This is what you're supposed to do."
Yeah,
Melo been about that on him shit before he joined WWE. That's the difference in it.
And I'm gonna say this too. I remember when Lash Legend first came in, and she had when she had the talk show, and she was feuding with Nikita. Everyone was worried about Nikita because Nikita, y'all know I love. Hey, come on now, y'all know I love her.
Go ahead, move past it before I start slandering.
Yeah, please.
No,
I don't care what none of that say. She's coming back. She's coming back soon. No matter. She's coming back.
Get over.
She's coming back soon. I was more focused on what they gave Lash a talk show, and the gimmick translated all the way to where she's at right now with the Metal Forward. I remember how people talked about her when she first came in, calling her trash legend and stuff like that. When she was just she came from playing basketball. She was never bad. She was just learning how to use her size to wrestle, and she progressed. And now she's one of the best superstars on the roster.
Oh, she picked up Otis with ease.
Loft knows it took me a while. Loft knows it took me a while to get used to Lash Legend.
Man,
it took me a long time to get to Lash Legend too, because I was not.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it took a while to get there, but she always had it. You know what I'm saying? And the fact, and I've always been appreciative of the fact that they gave her the ball.
You saw the potential of what she could do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's certain. It's always the certain black superstars that they bring in. I'm always very Obafemi, bro, should not be as good as he is. That is freaking that Obafemi is. You look up professional wrestling.
I've always said this. I've always said this, and
I'm not real.
I told off this. I told off this. I don't know if I told anybody else here in this call this yet or not, and obviously the chat doesn't know this either. Obafemi is when WWE tried to make Omos.
Yes.
Damn.
Hey, listen. Hey,
I don't know about that.
Hey, calm down. We're not gonna do any Omos. Hold on.
WWE was trying to make Omos. WWE was trying to make Omos look like the fucking greatest thing since, like, you know, ever to come out of Nigeria. And then Obafemi shows up and he just fucking goes crazy. And I'm like,
here's why though.
I'm like, come on.
Omos never started in NXT properly. We only saw him. No, we didn't even see him in NXT. He started on the fucking Raw
He never even saw NXT.
Raw Underground.
Yeah.
If he would have got an NXT run, he probably would have been cooking. Because we know he's not a bad wrestler. They just
he's bad. He's bad. He's bad.
He's
bad. He's not that bad.
He's bad. The match with Seth Rollins.
The dude can't even walk at times.
Match with Seth Rollins.
That match, bro. I was one of the people that was very angry about that match when he went against Rollins. Him and Rollins had a very good match that night.
And I'm not going to put him only on WrestleMania.
He should have beat Brock.
That's the only good matches that I can probably say that Omos had.
Brock should have put that.
Brock don't put black folks over. Come on now.
That match
Man,
against Seth
they
Rollins is probably the only match that I can actually tolerate for Omos.
bro, they
Other
had
than
that
that,
old.
it's just really
They
cool.
gave
Omos and
no.
AJ versus New Day was good.
They gave Omos 3 big matches and had him lose all of them. Like, bro, to
Every
one
And I
finish,
one.
wonder
bro.
why,
He
because one of them was
he
against Brock Lesnar,
no,
and Brock was not losing that.
he was destroying everybody the whole match. Then all of a sudden, one finisher, boom, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, what? I'm like, you're destroying them the whole match, and you just lose like that?
Look, they tried.
Okay,
They tried with
cool.
Omos, but they did not succeed. They did not. And now look at where he is. He's on every live event, but he's wrestling. He's wrestling Akira Tozawa. So there you go.
But and I want to say this too, because just off of your comparison of Omos and Oba, I think WWE has a problem with, they see black person, they're like, oh, he must be African. He must be from Zimbabwe. Let's make him have an accent. They do that all the time. They do that.
Apollo Crews is
They
the
did
damn
Kofi.
Nigerian.
They did it with
bro. Holy
Apollo.
shit.
Omos and Oba just happen to have that, are from that descent. Thank God.
No, because with Kofi, he was already doing the Jamaican thing when he came to WWE.
But that's what I'm
He's
saying.
not even. He ain't even Jamaican. He's African.
I know, but he had to. He did his Jamaican like gimmick before coming to WWE, so they kept it.
But that's the thing. Even when they
All I'm
translated
saying,
over, I feel like they treated it as a joke at that point, because he would come out there, he would do the things on the beach. It seems like there's trouble in paradise, and then he would come and lose. You know, so
I don't like. Here's the thing, though, with me. If Omos could have worked the same way that Obafemi is working right now, I don't know if WWE would have ever went out and tried to find another guy like Oba. That's the thing.
No, they would.
Oba and Omos aren't that similar. They're just black and have African descent. They're not.
And they're fucking huge.
Yeah, but Omos is significantly taller. I think they tried to make Omos what they tried to make Khali into. You know what I'm saying? Oba has actual, like, Oba's a much better wrestler than Omos is. Oba is a much better wrestler than Omos is. He knows how to play the
That's what I'm saying.
David and Goliath role better than I've seen superstars play ever. That match against he just had with Wesley, that was ridiculous for him to play his part.
There's no way Obafemi is only 6'6".
No way.
There is no way.
Almost
six is tough. What do you mean only 6'6"? 6'6" is
300 and bro, Randy Orton is 6'5". What you talking about?
Yeah, 6'6" is very tall. What y'all niggas talking about? Only what? I forgot y'all are short.
6'6".
Y'all are short. I forgot.
Yeah, for real, bro.
I honestly thought the man was at least 7 foot tall. I'm not
no,
gonna lie.
What?
No,
that's why I was confused.
Bro, Braun Strowman is 6'7", like
Bill,
6'7", 6'8".
No, he ain't. No, he
was
ain't.
able to look this man in his eyes if he had just 3 more inches on him.
That's why I was confused about his comparison to Omos. I'm like, they're not the same archetype.
Well, I'm talking about the actual in-ring aspect. Omos was made to look like he could be like one of the best wrestlers out there, and then all of a sudden, Oba came into the picture, and he actually turned out to be a great.
I think I see that differently. Only
in-ring performer.
I don't think they tried to make Omos look like the best in the world. I think they just tried to make him look like what he looks like, and that's just big as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Big as hell.
when they brought Oba in, I don't think they came in with any preconceived notion with, okay, this is what we want you. They just put Obafemi in there and said go, and then it worked. Omos came in and they were like, okay, we want you to wrestle like you're tall, because guess what? He's tall. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they tried to book him as if he's the greatest thing in the world, because I think they knew that. And you can't say that and then him go in there and have a limited moveset like he does. Bringing up Oba was like, we're just going to throw him in the water and we're going to watch him. We're not going to come in with a preconceived notion. We're not going to give him a gimmick that's overly saturated. We're just going to say, just go ahead. You watch him do something. And you can't compare him to, like, I feel like sometimes we fall into the comparison of, like, getting remember Phil, me and you had this conversation when I told you I didn't want all the black superstars in one stable when the Hurt Business stuff happened.
They wanted
No,
everybody
that
named
oh,
Mary
that
to
was
join.
me. That was
Yeah,
me
that
that
was
mentioned
you.
that. Yeah.
That was you. That's why I don't like when they put all black superstars in one thing. Because as soon as you see Ober, you're like, oh, Odyssey Jones. Oh, Mark Henry. Oh, freaking Calvin Tankman. Oh, freaking
Calvin Tankman would be fire. I
you
ain't
know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
beast.
You know why? Because your brain is like, oh, big black, yeah, go. You know, it's like in your head, it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. I would love that match. I pay all my money in my wallet for that match. What I'm saying is that is why I don't like when they put the black superstars so close together and give them the same gimmick and they all look the same, because like, okay, now we're all just gonna expect the company treats them as if, all right, all y'all blacks just go be black together, you know? And I don't like that. NXT made everyone NXT's gimmicks weren't just you're black. Melo's gimmick is different than Trick, even though they came together. Wesley's gimmick is different than freaking who else is
Who else is black on the roster?
Yeah.
Idris
Who else
and
is
Amari.
black
yeah,
on the roster?
Idris
Idris,
and
you know
Open.
what I'm saying? Malik and Idris are very good too. Sean, I'm watching you because they
Bro,
are
they've been
very, very
losing
good.
they've been losing since they got to NXT. I ain't gonna cap off.
And they teamed them up with the little flipping girl, I think Brinley Reese or whatever
Yeah,
her name
Brinley
is.
Reese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
Brinley,
are jumping
yeah.
around. I'm like, wait, they have those two are so freaking
Hey,
good.
hey, and
So
then the two big
good.
niggas we got now, Tyreek and them.
Oh, TNT, come
Oh,
on,
you
man.
talking about
Those guys,
They're
those
Prime
guys
coming.
have a lot of
Two.
potential.
yeah,
And don't
They
forget
are
OTM
coming.
too.
But
OTM.
OTM's coming too. Hey,
Well,
OTM,
look,
bro.
gang
I was just
activity.
talking to Los
Jada
about
Parker.
Hey,
at the end
Miss
of the
Come
day,
on
Parker.
now. Amen.
at the end
Hey,
of the
Miss
day,
Parker.
Jeez.
The day
NXT Black
going
and
in.
Gold, it definitely had, its ups, and it's definitely, highlighted as one of as some of the best television that WWE had to offer at that time. But now is like, I do want to switch gears to the NXT that we have today, because now NXT that we do have today is easily some of the best TV that we actually do have right now on a weekly basis. And while I am unfortunately not able to watch it on every single, you know, at every single time that it is on television live, I do catch
Boo.
up with it.
Boo.
It's only just because of my work schedule. It's
it.
nothing that I have against this brand.
It's mostly me
Um,
and Loft just yelling at Phil like, "Yo, this happened on NXT." It's
yeah,
mostly like that.
and,
Like, bro, you need to watch this.
and I watch every single episode. I just have to watch it the next day because I just work late on Tuesdays. But ultimately, at the end of all of it, I think what Loft said is 100% true, that NXT, this version, has its finger on the pulse when it comes down to pop culture. The pop culture stuff today that happens right now on NXT. I mean, we just saw one of the biggest ones out there. Sexy Red. That's it. Sexy Red showed up.
God. Oh God.
Oh, so hyped.
Sexy Red showed
I'm
up.
so happy.
Oh God, no.
Sexy Red showed up.
Nate was pissed.
Took
I was
NXT
heated,
by
bro.
storm.
What is this?
Took NXT by storm. And
I figured
here's
that. I
the
don't like
thing
Sexy
too.
Red either, but I was hyped.
And a lot of people don't even take this into account. She was the one that basically revealed the NXT Women's North American Championship with the current general manager at the time, Ava.
She would not let the title
She's
go.
the
She
she's
was
the
the
first
one that
champion.
She's
She's
the
the
first
NXT. She's the
champion.
first NXT. I keep telling people that Sexy Red is technically the
No, she's
first
not.
NXT. North American. Yes,
No,
she
she's
is.
she's
not.
not.
Long.
She held
No,
the
she's
belt
not.
over her head. Yes, she
She
is.
held the bill.
No, she's
That's not
not.
how that works, Law.
No,
It
she's
is
not.
how it
That's not
works.
how it fucking
Yeah,
works.
that's
That's
not how
exactly
When the
how it
champion
works.
wins, when the
but
champion wins, what's the first thing they do? Hold it over
That's
their
not
head,
how it
right?
fucking
Who
works.
did she beat? Who did she beat?
What does a champion
No.
do? They hold the belt over their head.
That's
Who's
not
the
how
first
it
person to
fucking
do it?
works.
Sexy Red. Sexy
That's
Red's
not how
the
it
first.
fucking works.
And technically, she's still champion now because she never got pinned. So I mean, hey, Kaylani. I'm just
that's
saying.
crazy.
Alright, yeah.
But hey,
That's crazy.
Then Loft, here's what I'll say to that. There's a lot of logistics. But
no, it's not.
when it
She's
comes
not.
down
No,
to
it's
it,
Don't no. No.
she's technically still the champ, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, she's
no,
Roman
she
Reigns.
ain't. No, she ain't.
She's
But
Roman
You acknowledge
Reigns.
Sexy Red.
You
That's
did not just compare
crazy.
Sexy Red to Roman fucking Reigns.
She said,
Roman Reigns can't twerk.
I
I
ain't
never saw Roman Reigns
acknowledging
twerk.
shit.
"That's crazy, love.
I ain't acknowledging
Can Roman
shit.
Reigns make a hit
But
song? No.
That's crazy.
Get it, Chief? It don't sound good. I don't like
Get
that.
it,
Get it,
Chief.
Chief.
All
I don't like
right,
it.
all right. Somebody
I
time
ain't
this man out.
acknowledging shit. But
Somebody time him out.
Get it, Chief?
I
Don't
want
sound good.
I want to flip the question from when I did black and gold gimmicks that could have transitioned well on the main roster, but just couldn't because of Vince. Who's a character now in today's version of NXT that you can easily see transition well on the main roster now that Triple H is under the helm and they're actually kind of doing their thing as of right now?
Braun. Braun, easy answer.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Braun Breaker. Yeah.
most
I'm
definitely.
saying people in NXT right now.
I
Right
was
now.
gonna say most definitely Trick Williams, but the thing is that Trick still has to develop his wrestling. Obviously it has developed. I was gonna try and say this for last, but I'm so happy for Trick Williams, man. I ain't gonna cap. From seeing from where he started with Melo to where he is now, because I ain't gonna lie, when I first saw Trick Williams wrestle, bro, he was trash. I ain't gonna cap.
Terrible.
He was hot garbage, bro. He could talk on the mic, but his wrestling skills was terrible, bro. But now seeing Trick Williams now and how he improved, boy, I'm so happy for Trick Williams.
He's come a long way.
Yeah, I'm so happy for
Yeah.
Trick Williams.
And I'll say this. I give all my respect and props to Trick Williams because one thing I will say is that he has 100% improved from when we first saw him in the beginning of when he was just kind of Melo's sidekick and everything like that. And he had the potential, right? And he had the raw talent. I think and Loff, I know it's still kind of hard for you to process that they're no longer really a thing together, but it took the breakup to happen to really try to figure out what Trick Williams is all about as a single star.
He had to do it on his own, dog. That's what he said.
Is it crazy
I got
to
to do this on
say?
my own.
Is it crazy to say that maybe in the future, Trick could be bigger than Melo?
I don't
Who's
think it's
stealing
crazy.
To that, I say, why are we comparing two successful black men, Tay?
I just
real.
asked a
That's
That's real, my
That's a
niggas.
real
That's real, my
question.
niggas.
Lock in, my
Real, my
niggas.
niggas.
I just asked
That's
a
the real
question.
question.
Good evening, my niggas.
I asked a question.
That-
God damn.
That is the real
crazy.
question.
It's not crazy.
But
I just think it's irrational.
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
so real.
I just think it's irrational because I think one huge part of I almost said it. One big part of Trick is Booker T.
Yes.
that is true.
Because Booker helped with the presentation, and then Booker helped with the crowd. The crowd's gonna be there. If Booker doesn't get called up when Trick gets called up, or Booker would get like he was already on SmackDown, but whatever. If they don't bring Book along with Trick,
They are true, Aiden. They are true.
Wait, what guy?
We'll talk about that later, Tay. Shut up, focus.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, man.
It's a weird issue. You have to with Booker, you have to bring him over. If you do bring him over, I don't know. I think Melo
Wade wouldn't be the same.
Come on.
Wade
No.
wouldn't be the
Wade-
same with the ad-libs. Imagine.
Wade be
Unless
trying.
they just added to his theme song to the Mercedes.
Wait. That's the thing too. Then it might get weird. If they add it to the theme song, it might get weird. Too.
The thing is, I just listened to the Booker T interview today with Chris Van Vliet. And there were talks about actually adding his ad-libs into the song.
I mean that would
For
get
the
you
future.
somewhere.
That'd be fantastic. I'll bump that in the car.
Oh, yeah.
What?
For
yeah,
the future.
Yeah.
Now he said for the future. I don't know what that future means. Like, what's the time frame for
That
that
is very
quote unquote future? But like, there were talks about it, so who knows? But yes, I do agree with you 100% that Trick Williams and Booker T was a huge help for Trick.
And that's the thing. I don't think Trick will ever get bigger than that because Melo is already so good at wrestling. All he needs is a little more promo work. And when I say a little, I literally mean a little. Because I feel like even when LA Knight got into that thing backstage on SmackDown a few weeks ago, everyone blew that up as if Melo forgot his lines, called LA Knight John Cena or something.
He quite literally did though.
No, but I'm saying that was blown up. It was bad. I promise it was bad.
People were saying that he should just go back down to NXT because of that, and that's not the truth.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
And that's not the truth.
He made one.
And that's
misstep.
not the truth.
He made one misstep, and they were like, "All right, it's over." Meanwhile, this man has been putting on already good promos when he was champion NXT. This man, he doesn't not know how to talk. He messed up one time.
Also, are we forgetting Dwayne had promos written on his wrist?
Bro, forget that.
Forget that.
When you have Trick already behind Melo when Melo started, Melo didn't have to say much because Trick already has the mic skills, but he doesn't have the wrestling that Melo has. That's why I never wanted them to break up in the first place, because they need each other. For real. Some teams don't need to break up. I still stand by that. People don't have to. You don't have to break up certain tag teams. Trick and Melo never needed to break up. The feud itself, cool. The blow off, great. I just don't think you had to do that because one needs the other still. When you get to a point where both of them can talk and wrestle at the same level, then break them up if you want to do that. But what Trick can't do, Melo can do levels above almost anyone. And what Melo can't do as far as talking, Trick can do levels above almost anyone. So that's where the disconnect comes in. Trick, I think Trick is going to be a amazing superstar. He's gonna go very, very, very far. He's going very far from using his shoe every week to win matches and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think Melo had a rocket on him as soon as he got to Black and Gold before Trick was even before he was in the picture. Trick came afterwards. Trick came 2.0. Yeah. Melo was in Black and Gold for like those last few months. So Melo was already getting acclimated. Trick came afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Trick came to help.
But I know he did come into NXT during the Black and Gold days, but I don't even count him as Black and Gold, to be honest. Melo. I don't.
I think that might have been like the last breakout tournament of Black and Gold. It might have been.
It was.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it was like I just think of him in that new era type of deal because there's a difference between Carmelo Hayes and there's a difference between Adam Cole.
Well, Phil, that's the same with Sean. Sean was there since the Hulkamania era. He started in '87, but people consider him an Attitude Era guy, even though he was part of the New Generation, the Hulkamania era, both of them.
Well, yeah, but that to me that was because at that point in time, Sean wasn't really as big of a star as he was until the Attitude Era showed up.
Phil,
because
I'm agreeing with you. Take the win. I'm agreeing with you, Phil.
Well, I'm just bringing up that point. So yes,
I said the same thing in different contexts.
Philip, God damn it, Philip.
The sky is blue. No, the sky is blue.
It's blue.
The sky is blue.
What I'm saying to you, he's saying the same shit.
And
regardless, I was also just elaborating on what he said. But yes, it's true.
Here's what I'm gonna say, and then I gotta go to sleep because I gotta get up for working like 5 hours. But
everybody can give their final points at this point.
But here, I'm gonna say one thing a few things about the new NXT. Like I said, proud of Trick Williams, proud of his success, happy to see where he goes. Put some freaking respect on Jay Malachi, please. Y'all need to stop playing with this man. He's up. He's bouncy. Bro, he's bouncy. Bro, put some respect on this man. If y'all ain't never seen no Jay Malachi matches, they're all over YouTube. Go look at some and see what he could bring to NXT because he is up next, bro.
He's also forgetting Lucky Ali about to be in there too once he heals.
I forgot about Lucky Ali. I completely forgot about Lucky Ali.
Guys, we didn't even talk about the women of NXT there.
I was about to get there. That was literally my next point. I was about to say this women's division, bro. I love what Shawn Michaels and NXT is doing with the women's division. It's one of the best women's divisions, I think, because it gives everybody an equal chance. Like, and then they're constantly developing Kelani Jordan, So Ruka, Roxanne, Jada Parker, Lash, Jakara Jackson, Ariana Grace, Carmen. Like, it's so many, bro. Exactly, Corbin, and all of them fine, boy.
Not one
Boy, stop
unaffected
playing with
woman
me.
on that
But
roster.
anyway,
And that's
Not
not even
one.
including the names that are coming in. Julia's coming in.
oh yeah.
Stephanie
Julia,
Vaquer
Fucking
And Delta.
Stephanie
And
Vaquer.
Delta.
Stephanie
and Delta
Vaquer
too.
just got signed.
yeah, bro.
And she's
Like that
coming to NXT. Because
that
Sean
that
basically just
women,
confirmed Sean confirmed it. So like
yeah,
it's insane. Um
Mm.
yeah. That
like
women's division,
They
fantastic.
they find
and
and they
NXT
Um,
is
talented.
great.
Yep.
yeah, fantastic.
I don't want to
Like,
end it on a bad note. And I just want to talk about this as of right now, and then we can give like our final points or whatever. But if you were to say the weakest points of each era, like in terms of like what division was technically the weakest at that time in your eyes, what do you think? Like the tag team division was a weak point to you, or like singles in terms of like championships, because I believe
Uh,
NXT Black and Gold at the time really didn't have that many championships until they started like putting them into
I
the
guess
fold.
I would say before they added the North American title, the mid card, like the guys that won in top
Okay.
feuds, the guys that won in top, like for example, like a fucking I don't know, a Johnny Gargano for example,
Yep.
uh, a Roddy Strong, a Kyle O'Reilly, them people. Hell, Leon Ruff,
The-
Leon Ruff.
in,
That
Damian
in Black
Priest.
and Gold, they had to make the NXT North American Championships just simply based on the fact that not everybody at the time could be NXT champion, and that was really the only singles title at the time.
And I everybody
So
can
I
compete for the
mean,
NXT.
at that point in time, there's that. But in terms of today's NXT, what do you think the weakest division is?
Tag.
ooh,
Oh, the tag
yeah,
division for
most
sure.
definitely tag.
Tag
Yeah,
And
team.
it's not
I,
because the
I,
tag teams suck, it's because they barely have tag teams.
I
yeah,
was gonna say,
bro. They
and here's the thing: I was going to say tag teams and hope that I would not get buried.
yeah,
No, we
nah,
agree for sure.
tag for
So
sure. They, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They need to let OTM cook. They need to let OTM cook a little bit. Them and Jada Parker. They need to let all three of them cook. And we cook with hot oil, drop the fried chicken up in there,
Yeah.
season the
those
fried
guys, I
chicken,
see a lot
all
of
of that
potential
stuff,
in.
bro. Man, they got so much potential, bro. And they just brought OTM back. I don't know what OTM been doing on NXT for the last. It's mostly been Jada Parker with the North American women's title or whatever. But
He,
I don't know what they've been doing with OTM. But they need to let them cook.
here's the thing about that, Aiden. You say that they should not have gotten rid of the women's tag team championships in NXT, but regardless, I think that was honestly a good move simply because of the fact that the WWE women's tag team championships was supposed to be floating between three brands anyway. But they never do that. They never do that anyway.
Sean booked his tag titles better than the main roster did.
I get that. But at the end of the day, the women's tag team championships, regardless of whatever brand at that current time it was on, they were never giving it any love at all. And now there's rumors about women's mid card titles coming into the fold for the main roster. I was always in
That's
favor
the
of
problem.
doing mid card titles over a tag team title. But now you're gonna have a tag team and the mid card titles in. Now you're just putting too many titles in place.
They're turning into AEW.
Oh no.
Yeah, we
I
don't want
wasn't gonna
that.
say that,
No,
but yes.
no, not like they're. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be as bad as AEW because I think I explained to I think I explained to Loft, or it was in my live stream. I believe it was in my live stream. But I said one problem that I have with like how AEW does things is that they mix up all three of their shows together, and they have all of their championships on different shows. Why am I watching the Ring of Honor Championship on AEW Dynamite, and why is the New Japan Championship on Collision?
Why
Like
am I
what
watching the
like
TBS champion on TNT?
exactly? Like
Yeah.
Nobody better be like,
what are
oh,
we
they're
doing?
owned by the same company. I know they owned by the same fucking
Like
company.
why
What
is
channel
the
does
why is
Dynamite
the
come on?
why is the
They're
pure
like
champion showing
the
up on
sister
Collision?
channel of
Like
it all.
what?
We know that, but
I still don't know what
that
channel
doesn't
Dynamite comes on. I'm
excuse
still
the fact.
confused about that.
Dynamite is TBS. Only reason why I know is because
TBS.
everybody's like, when they didn't have Big Bang Theory as the lead in, they lost in the ratings. So Big Bang Theory is the reason why AEW is a draw.
Yeah, you have
Wow.
Sheldon Cooper as your biggest draw on AEW. Let that sink in real quick.
Put the title, put the strap on them. Put the strap on them.
Damn shame.
But look, at
Shut up,
the
Sheldon,
end of
man.
the day, both white and gold and black and gold have their purposes.
At the end of the day,
NXT
the day gonna end.
is cooking. NXT is cooking regardless. So, I love it. I love this talk. And yeah. So, got a good hour
One
and a
more
half
thing.
of this. Go ahead.
Did he freeze for y'all?
I think he froze.
Yeah,
Yep, he froze.
Yep. I think his one more thing might have been a GG call.
He's great to say he's gonna put
Either
some
a
respect on
GG call
somebody.
or whoop that trick.
No, he said he's gonna put respect on somebody, and then it just cut.
He did say put respect on somebody, and then just nope, nothing.
There you go. Damn.
I'm
now Nick Holmes.
And there you go. I don't know if TJ and I have any other tab we can utilize. Oh no, he's back.
Am I back?
Hey man.
What happened? What?
I don't know.
You're back. You're back.
I died. I died.
You did die.
You good now?
You're back.
Okay, we're good.
Lost you for a
Somebody
second.
brought you back to life.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I was snapping. I was snapping on the fans, and then all of a sudden, my camera just said nope. I don't know what happened. But what I was saying was I heard TJ said he wanted a GG call, so I got you in a minute. But I said put some respect on Ethan Page. I said a lot of people was hating on Ethan Page, bro. A lot of people was hating on Ethan Page. I don't know why they're hating on Ethan Page, bro. Put some respect on Ethan Page and put some respect on that theme song, because that theme song is fire to me. I don't know why.
I said right away. I said right away as soon as Ethan Page showed up on NXT program, and I want him to be the next NXT champion. I said nothing against Trick Williams. I have all the respect in the world and what he did for that title during his title run, but at the end of the day, all ego needs to be the next NXT champion, and he was. Thank God. I knew he wasn't going to win it his first matchup for the title, but I'm glad he won the 4-way.
Yeah, that 4-way was amazing as well, bro. Like I said, Jay Malachi showed his stuff. He showed out for real.
Oh yeah.
Like
Young
if it was up to me, I would definitely put him on the main roster right now. But you still got to develop a little bit.
He
so I
is
understand.
way too young, bro.
I don't care. I don't care.
It don't matter, man.
It don't matter.
You know what I need?
He needs a lot of. He needs
Saquon
a lot more time.
Sugars is healed, and I don't give a fuck if this is Vince style thinking. Give me Saquon, Trick, and Javon in a faction, and call them something with niggas in it.
I don't think they can say that.
So no. They
No.
moved to Netflix. They can say it.
The fly niggas.
If
Wait,
I
I can
turn
see it right
on
now.
Netflix,
Gallus takes
y'all
on
aren't-
the fly niggas.
That's crazy.
Nah.
Samantha Evans gonna say it all cool.
I can't even believe we didn't. I can't even believe we didn't talk about this aspect when it comes
My
down
Rome gonna be
to
so
those two
slick when they come
Hey,
out.
hey, Corbin, I was about to smack the crap out of you. I just read that
Law,
comment. You
law.
are tweaking.
Boo.
How's Mike Rome gonna
fuck Eddie
introduce the
Thorpe.
fly niggas?
The
Yeah,
man.
bro. You see how trash of a DJ he was this past weekend.
What?
I mean, this
I,
past week, bro. Y'all, you don't remember that loft when he was DJing for
Oh,
the
oh,
Tony D'Angelo match?
I forgot about
What?
oh
that.
yeah.
Trash. Yeah, he was because they had him as a special guest DJ in between the Heritage Cup match. So whenever the round ended, he would DJ and play some trash music. I'm like, bro, turn this crap off.
You're so stupid.
That's disgusting.
Oh,
Um,
another person
I-
that I would think that would be perfect for the main roster too, Tony D'Angelo and the family.
Fact.
thank
Fantastic.
you,
Forget
thank you,
about it.
Fantastic.
thank you.
Tony can start
Fantastic.
killing
I
niggas off
can't
when they
even
do it.
believe we didn't talk about this aspect about the Black and Gold era and the era that we have today. The freaking fans and the location of everything where it took place.
Oh yeah.
Full Sail University was a freaking vibe for Black and
Yeah.
Gold.
Mm-hmm.
And for this era, we have the Performance Center. I mean, it let's face it, it's not Full Sail University. It's not, the most. It is a high tech and flashy venue, mainly because of the fact they built it for that. But the fact of the matter is that NXT nowadays is just staying there. I don't know if they have, I don't know if they have trepidation towards them going on the road, but I don't think they have to have
They're
any.
moving soon.
I'm about to say, Phil, I'm gonna be straight up. No other place deserves them. We see how they be doing the main roster.
They're
Fuck them
touring
other
soon.
locations.
They're touring soon.
Well, they should.
Like, right,
They
I
should have
know right
always.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, right now they're touring in like, just Florida, but
Yeah, but they need to
hopefully
go
they
outside
tour
of Florida.
In
facts
2025, I
because
think they are.
I'm still pissed off that that NXT was supposed to come here and then all of a sudden COVID shut it down, so I couldn't go. I was on the
They,
verge of
they,
seeing
they
Adam
need
Cole,
they
man.
need
Shut
to
it down.
get out of the Performance Center. We're back. I get it. The COVID era really did screw things up. And it really did screw things up for NXT. It did. I'm not going to say that that's a lie.
Nate, Braun Breaker is him. Thoughts on him right now on Raw and his future in general? Because on Raw reactions on TikTok, it seemed like you're very high on Braun Breaker. This is one of my followers. Thank you.
Dude,
Anyway,
this
yeah,
guy's great.
yeah. Braun. So a lot of people hate on Braun Breaker. I've been watching Braun Breaker obviously since he was in NXT,
Who hates on
and I
Braun now?
love. I love everything about Braun Breaker.
I'll hate on them.
Like he got that dog in him. Arr, you know what I'm saying? Arr. Yeah, all that stuff. The only thing I hate is that they changed his theme song like 3 times, which is kind of
Yeah.
stupid. Another like
But
at
I still don't
first
like the one he has now.
I was scared when they first brought him on, just because of they only had the reputation of him just destroying people and squashing them in like squash matches. And then finally, once they moved him to Raw, I was scared as well because I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do with him? But then they had him not only squash trash people like Kel Dixon, but they started having him squash people like Ricochet, Ilya, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, which he still should have won that IC title. I don't care
No,
what
he should
anybody
not have.
says.
Yes,
He'll
he
win it
should.
eventually.
He should have won. He should have won. But
That's
He'll
real.
win it
but
at SummerSlam.
I'm super happy about
win it
what
at
Braun
SummerSlam.
Breaker is doing. Hopefully they continue to book him right. He continues to improve. Obviously his promos isn't all there, but he's a fantastic wrestler. A lot of people is like, you know what? He only got like 5 moves. He got that spear. He got a clothesline, all this other stuff. Man, Braun Breaker got a bag. He got a bag,
What wrestler
bro.
don't
Like,
have 5 moves?
yeah, he got a bag. He got that Frankensteiner. He got that what's that move where he tossed somebody over their head and then hit him with like an RKO. You know that move, Lawful?
The
What's that
suplex
move?
cutter.
Yeah, bro, that crap is crazy. I saw him do that in NXT. I freaked out. I freaked out. I'm like, what?
Crazy.
What is that?
Nate, let's not forget the best one, my favorite, the fucking run up salute. It's the fucking Frankensteiner. Man.
Oh yeah. So like, Braun Breaker is that dude. He's power, but he got a bag of stuff too that y'all just haven't seen. But what I would say is give Braun Breaker a chance, man. Give Braun Breaker a chance. He's still young. He's improving. He's that dude, bro. He got that dog in him, bro. All that, yeah. And
He's going
I
to
can't
win
wait for
that
him to be a
IC title at
champion, bro.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, I cannot wait for him to be a champion, bro. So yeah,
He'll
super
win
high
that
on
IC
Braun
title by SummerSlam for sure. But yeah, I mean, and the people that got called up to the main roster now from NXT, they've been doing really good to great. And at the end of the day, the only one that I can't, completely say my opinion on just yet, because we really just have not seen her that much, is Kiana.
Kiana James. Yep.
Yeah, it's Kiana.
I was thinking the same thing.
I love Kiana. I think Kiana has a lot, of she's got a lot of potential to be on this main roster, right? And she's a good in-ring performer from what I actually saw of her. It's just that WWE hasn't shown her all that much yet. And also Blair Davenport too. I don't understand why Blair Davenport hasn't been showing up, but she needs to be featured way more. She was in a triple threat match to qualify for the Money in the Bank and lost, and then after that, haven't seen her. So Blair Davenport and Kiana James.
She was on TV last week.
She's on TV, but has she been in a match since then? No.
I thought she was in the qualifier match, wasn't she?
That's the only match she's been in.
That was last week. Yeah.
That's the only match she's been in.
She definitely needs more.
So she needs to be utilized more. Yeah. And so does Kiana.
Yeah. I for sure, instead of either Blair or Kiana, I for sure they were gonna call up Roxanne.
They need to. She does not need NXT
anymore. I was for sure
anymore.
thinking that they were gonna call up Roxanne, and they didn't do it.
She doesn't need NXT anymore.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, if Nia Jax doesn't beat Bayley for the title, and if
she will,
and if for some reason Triple H is dumb and doesn't have Naomi beat Bayley for the title, which again, now that Tiffany has a briefcase, I kind of don't want anyone to beat Bayley for the title, because Tiffany's probably going to cash in right afterwards. But if Bayley doesn't drop that title, or if Tiffany cashes in and wins, Roxanne should be the one to win it.
Well, Nia's winning the title at SummerSlam. I fully believe that. And that is why Tiffany has Money in the Bank, because the whole Nia and Tiffany partnership, they're going to play that shit up like crazy. Or if, not like crazy, it could happen, Hey, honestly, I could see the cash in happen as quickly as SummerSlam. I'm not going to lie.
I want y'all's thoughts on something, because I saw it the other day, and I don't know how I feel about it. I know how I feel about it. I want to see how other people feel about it. Somebody said they should have Damian retain at SummerSlam and have Finn take the title off of him.
If it's not Gunther, Finn should win the title from Priest.
And see, here's the thing. I would not be mad if Damian beat Gunther. I wouldn't. As long as the match is good and a banger, I would not be mad if Damian beat him. And I would not be mad if he beat him clean either.
But here's the thing with this. I always thought that if it wasn't going to happen at SummerSlam, Gunther winning the title at Bash in Berlin would have always been the call. So I just feel like at that point Gunther was just going to be champion.
They're saying his visa is having issues. They said something about visa issues.
They fixed that. They fixed that.
Being able to even work.
From what I know, they fixed that.
Doesn't make. Okay, because I'm gonna say that wouldn't make sense. I would say no. Berlin's Germany. He's from Austria. Never mind.
He was
Thinking
just like
xenophobic.
from
I was
Because
South
here's
almost
the
Africa.
thing,
xenophobic.
wasn't he?
God damn.
Because wasn't he in Canada? So you could have.
They say
I
that
don't
every
know.
month. Every month they say his
I
visa's
don't
messed
remember.
up.
I don't remember seeing him in Canada. Was he? He wasn't
I
at
don't
Money in the
know.
Bank.
I mean, I don't think he was actually on the shows or whatever, but I felt like he probably could have traveled for other live events that they could have done.
I have no idea actually.
Wait,
I don't
wait,
know.
who are we talking about? My bad, I didn't.
Gunther.
Oh,
Gunther.
Gunther.
Okay, so they fixed it. Okay. I remember when he
As
first.
far as I'm aware, they could have just. As far as I'm aware, they fixed it.
Because I remember before he defended against Sammy and Mania, niggas were saying, "Oh, he shouldn't win the world title soon because he won't be able to defend it overseas or some shit." And I was like, okay.
Every show they say that, and they're like,
and trust me, guys, and I'm gonna say this right now. I'm just gonna prepare for you guys when it comes down to this. As soon as he wins that championship, you're not gonna see anybody hold that championship for a very long time.
That's good. That's very
why
good.
I would not be mad if Damian beat him at SummerSlam. Personally, I don't think Gunther should win it till Rumble or Mania.
Look,
if Gunther's on that card for Mania in Vegas, challenging for the bitch, I want y'all to know. I'm running up a parlay on his bitch ass. I'm running up a parlay.
He'll be on the card. He'll be on the card.
Prize Picks, underdog.
He'll be on the Mania card.
Oh man.
He'll be on the Mania card, but as World Heavyweight Champion, I fully believe that.
I need him to go in as the challenger, Phil, so I can be 100% certain he gonna win, and I can put that fucking parlay on him. Are you trying to keep me from winning money?
He'll be
type in code OTB.
He'll be at Mania as champion. I'll call it right now.
We'll match your match $100.
No, I won't.
Match your deposit. Type in code OTB to match your
Hey,
deposit.
Prize Picks.
We are not sponsored
Prize
by
Picks. Can you come to Connecticut, please?
Underdog Fantasy.
Because Prize Picks still ain't available yet.
Damn.
Dang. Y'all ain't got Prize Picks.
I can get the app. I can get Prize Picks, but I
can't
be
like,
on
nigga,
anything.
where's you playing from? What is you doing?
Hey.
Get him.
You in Connecticut? Turn your phone off.
You know the black SUVs outside Phil's house. Wait. I know I see you put the points up.
But yeah, look. Yeah, the future is bright for NXT. That's all that has to be said at this point. Whether it was NXT Black and Gold or the NXT that we got nowadays, the future is bright for WWE, and that's really, the main point of everything here. But yeah, if anybody else has anything else to say about either the comparison between the two or just the overall topic, now's your chance.
Real quick before we get off, I want all of us to say our opinions on this with no argument. So everyone say their picks off the top of your head. Don't think about it for too long. Just say it. And we're not allowed to refute it. And I'm going to go last. Okay. But I want to know who do you think is the best NXT champion of all time, the best NXT North American champion of all time, tag and women's?
Oh, Jesus. That's going to...
Don't think about it. Don't think about it for too long. Just off the top.
I got my
so NXT
one
NXT
at a time.
NXT champion, I say Adam Cole.
Okay.
Women's, I say Shayna Baszler, even though Asuka was undefeated, but I didn't watch Asuka, so that's why I say Shayna Baszler, because I watched Shayna Baszler. Tag team champions, I would say Undisputed Era. And you said what was the last one? North American?
Yeah.
North American champ, Mello.
I like that right there.
So for NXT, I'm going Finn Balor. For North American, I'm going with Wesley, Cardiac Kid. Yeah. For NXT tag, I'm going Undisputed Era. Did you say women's tag also, or am I tripping?
I mean, if you want to, I didn't add women's tag because the history isn't that long. I mean, if you want to, it's
Right.
up to you.
Because I was just saying Toxic Attraction.
Yeah, that's
And
the consensus.
For the women's,
I'm tuning it. I'm tuning it up. 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 I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait.
The women's title, I'm gonna go with, and niggas are gonna cook me, but the reason why I'm choosing Mandy. God damn it, I'm choosing Mandy.
I know
I'm
you
mad at
gonna
that.
say that.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not.
She's a really good team. But for me though, I would say NXT champion Adam Cole, North American champion Wesley, tag champs Undisputed Era, women's champ I would go with, I guess, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
My bad, Law.
Damn. Okay. NXT champion Adam Cole, NXT North American champion. To me, it's Wes. Tag team. I will have to go with Undisputed. But women's, I'm going Asuka. I'm going Asuka for that.
Silence. It's a lot of silence.
All right, now lost your turn.
No, I'm gonna go last. You can go.
Everybody went already.
Everybody won.
Did you go already?
Yeah.
Everybody won.
Yeah.
Oh damn, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. My fault. NXT champion Carmelo Hayes. North American champion No, I'm playing.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna go off.
Women's champion Carmelo Hayes.
Tag
team champion Carmelo Hayes.
Tag team champion Carmelo Hayes and his brother Carmelo Hayes.
NXT champion Carmelo Hayes. North American champion. I'm saying Obafemi. I don't think bro's losing ever. Tag champions.
Tag team champion was tough to me.
Yeah, that's
but it
what
was
I'm
Undisputed Era.
I'll probably go Undisputed Era as well. Actually, no. You know what? I'm not. I'm saying Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
That's fair.
I saw enough.
They be putting on bangers.
I saw
They
enough.
are putting on bangers.
That match against you, boy. Ooh.
And women's, I'm going between. I'm probably gonna end up saying Roxanne. I mean, not Roxanne. Mandy. Even though I despised Mandy being champion, but like hindsight,
respect Mandy.
You know, no, I will not. But
I will not.
I'm going to say Asuka because I believed a lot more in what Asuka was. I still believe in Asuka now. I never believed in Mandy. I can acknowledge what she did. It's not it. So I'm gonna go Asuka for women's. But yeah,
dude, Asuka held the championship for like 500 plus days.
And she never lost it. She never lost it either.
Yeah,
she relinquished it.
Like that's the only reason why I say it. I mean, she held it for as long as she did, while during that undefeated streak that was broken by Charlotte, which should have never happened. And like, I mean, Asuka was just it in NXT, you know.
And best double champion Carmelo Hayes. Just to say that too.
Of course.
The best double champion is Carmelo Hayes.
He was double champion for one day, sir.
I don't care. It was the best day of my life. It was the best day of my life.
You don't remember Keith Lee, sir?
Adam Cole.
Keith Lee is the best double champion.
His name is not Carmelo Hayes, though. Is he the
Adam
greatest?
Cole,
is he the greatest?
He was technically the tag team champion, North American champion at the same time.
Don't give a damn.
I don't care about none of that. Carmelo Hayes. That's what I said.
Keith Lee didn't even want both the championships, so that's why he got rid of the North American.
No, he didn't.
He's like, I don't want this trash. Get the trash out my face.
It's out of here.
I don't care if I want this.
That's NXT Cruiserweight champion Carmelo Hayes.
The best NXT.
He never even held it. I don't think.
Yes, he did.
He did.
He did.
He was the final person. It was the last one.
He was the final person.
He's the best.
That's right.
He's the greatest.
He beat Roderick Strong for
That's
it.
right. He was.
He's just
excellent. Well, I didn't like the Cruiserweight Championship in NXT all that much anyway.
Yeah.
Who do y'all think is the best breakout tournament winner? Y'all know my pick. I'm not gonna say it
Carmelo
again.
Hayes is
I'm gonna say
Carmelo.
it's gotta be
Yeah, you know.
Carmelo. I don't
Man,
remember the
Oba Femi.
others. I don't remember the others.
Oba
I'm
Femi,
trying
bro.
to think of the others now.
Oh,
Here, wait.
Or
I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
I would say either Oba Femi or
So,
Lola Vice. Okay.
2019.
Oh,
are we talking just
2019
men or men and
was
women?
Jordan.
So we
They
talking about
were
women's
both
just
men and
like
women.
both.
They're both men and
Yeah.
women. But for
Yeah.
the men's right now, 2019 was a guy named Jordan Miles.
Pause, Phil. Pause. Do
ACH.
y'all niggas remember him?
That's
ACH.
ACH.
Bro, that shit
ACH.
felt like a fever dream.
Wow.
I remember how many
Crazy.
niggas gaslit him too, and they were like, "Nah, you tripping, bro. It ain't even like that." And that shirt design was a whole ass minstrel mockery.
It was
You ain't lying.
racist as hell.
Like what?
You
It
are
was
not lying.
racist as fuck.
So
Niggas was
apparently,
like, you're pushing it, bro. Like, no, that's blackface on the t-shirt.
have there only been 2 breakout tournaments for the women? Because that's what I'm seeing here.
I think so.
I think.
Just
I can't remember
Kaylani
many.
and Lola.
That's crazy.
Because it's Jordan
Roxanne won
Miles.
one, didn't she?
I want to say
Because
didn't
it's Jordan
Roxanne
Miles
win?
in 2019. They skipped
I think
2020
Roxanne won one.
because Carmelo Hayes won in 2021 for the men.
Hmm.
And then in 2022 it was Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, Roxanne won.
Then-
Yeah.
Then
Nikita was
2023 it was
supposed to win if he
Lola,
got hurt.
and then 2024 was Oba.
Oba Femi. Yeah.
Wait, what year was Roxanne's?
2022.
Roxanne was 22.
Phil, you know why? That was the year they signed Roxanne. They created
yeah,
that bitch
I
just for her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
Well,
crazy.
well,
That
That
Roxanne
bracket
was
was kind of crazy.
Nigga.
That
I was
bracket
trying-
was crazy too.
Like the week
I was
that bracket
trying-
was kind of
You
crazy.
know what's crazy? Like a couple weeks before that, she wrestled Deanna Purrazzo in TNA.
Because
Niggas forget she's the inaugural Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
That she is.
Yes.
That's real.
Oh, yeah.
Roxy.
That's real.
Roxy.
Yes.
That's
That's
real.
why I hate when niggas is like, Roxanne ain't even all that. Nigga, she's
Yeah,
all that
like,
in a bag of
bro,
chips.
yeah.
She was the first
TJ, I'm glad you're the only one that understands, because I be trying to tell people about Roxanne too. I'm like, bro, have y'all not seen Roxanne in freaking ROH?
Roxy.
Dude,
It's Roxy.
Oh,
man.
2022
never went to AEW.
Roxy.
The 2022 Women's Breakout Tournament had Nikita Lyons, Ariana Grace,
My fault, Phil.
Ariana Grace, Fallon Henley, Salone Jacobs, who
Ooh.
Is that Mimi? Is that Mimi?
Notorious
What's her
Mimi.
name
Yes,
Yeah.
Notorious Mimi is her name now. But
Who the
yeah,
fuck
that
is
was Mimi.
that?
Who the heck?
I don't ask why I know who that is.
Yeah, why
Oh,
do
hold
that?
on. I'm looking her up.
Because of
Oh, that's
me,
fine.
Loft. Because of me.
No,
Notorious-
because
I
I'm gonna tell
told
you
you
what
about
happened.
her.
It was before. It was right before you told me. I'm gonna tell you why. It's not. I'll tell you.
So
later.
basically, at the time of this tournament, it was Roxanne and at the time a bunch of scrubs, is what I'm hearing.
You
Notorious
respect
Mimi.
Nikita and WoW. Nikita and WoW was kind of crazy. Don't you do that?
This was her.
Nikita
This
can't
was
stay
her.
healthy for a month. Okay,
Nikita's knees don't even respect her. What is you talking about?
My knees don't
This-
respect me
this
either.
was
So
Mimi.
that's why we, you know.
I do not remember her, but all right.
This was Mimi.
Shout out Saray, man.
Nah, for real.
But
Soraya's
but
awesome.
yeah, so it was here, let me go back.
Her entrance is so cool too.
And shout out Jacket Time.
So
Jacket.
yeah,
time.
it was
Who
Nikita,
is Amber
Ariana,
Gallo?
Talking about
Fallon,
Eichmann?
Sloane Jacobs,
yes.
Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, Lash Legend, and Tatum Paxley.
That's
So
a fire bracket.
That's a fire ass record.
Crap.
and then the finals was Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne, only because of the fact that I believe Nikita got hurt.
Nikita got hurt. She was supposed to win the tournament because she was going to beat Mandy.
I am so glad she didn't win that damn
Ugh.
tournament. Oh my god, that's a nasty
Well, not
winner.
glad she got hurt, but
That's a nasty winner. Oh my god.
yeah, what?
I-
the
That's
fuck?
a nasty
I'm not,
And then-
bro.
And then the
It's a nasty
2023 women's tournament was Kalani Jordan, Izzy
Mhm.
Dane,
Real.
Mhm.
Ariana Grace,
Real.
Mhm.
Brinley Reese,
Real.
Mhm.
Carmen Petrovich,
I like her.
Jada Parker,
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Miss
Yes.
Parker.
Danny
Y'all know
Palmer.
Jada winning that bitch next year, right?
Oh yeah, she is. Oh yeah,
I want to make sure we on the same page about that.
yeah, she
Danny
is.
Palmer, and then Lola Vice.
Lola Fight.
Oh,
The
love
fuck happened to Danny
Vice.
Palmer?
Yeah, man.
For real, what
Whatever
happened to Danny Palmer?
Danny Palmer?
I was just going to ask that. What?
I think she's still there. I think. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
she
her.
might be.
Injured?
Is she injured or something?
Possibly. I thought she was still there.
I was so
Or is she
happy
on
but
NXT
mad at the same
Tinder right
time.
now? And she about to pop out with a new boo that she met down there.
She already got a
Wasn't
man. She already got a man.
Wasn't Danny
I was
Palmer
so
one of
happy.
those people that got attacked in the parking lot?
She might
Oh
be.
God, yeah, might be.
Danny
Yeah.
already got a man.
That means she hurt then.
For whatever reason.
Somebody.
For whatever reason, when that tournament bracket came out and I was talking to Loft about it and talking about the prospects here, I was so happy, but yet really upset that Carmen beat Jada. Because I wanted Carmen to actually at least get through the first round because I saw the potential in Carmen. And then all of a sudden, obviously now Jada Parker is Jada Parker and what we know her as now. But I was happy that, Carmen made it to the second round, but mad because Jada Parker's fucking incredible.
Hey, Carmen got a dope ass entrance, bro.
I have like a special thing for Jada Parker, not like that, but yes, like that.
Hey,
too. But anyway, like I have like this special thing for Jada Parker because I followed Jada Parker on TikTok before she became Jada Parker and before she even got interested in WWE, so I knew who she was. Just from like TikTok and her doing her athletic stuff. Then once I found out that she was in WWE, that turned it up a whole lot, and I'm like, oh, she's about to do some stuff. And then now watching her where she at now, like Lisha, chill. Don't call me no freak.
We're not freaks, we're hornballs.
But
I'm looking.
But yeah.
Nah, I'm a freak.
Nate a better talent scout than HBK. All right, no.
Nate, remember I told you on Instagram on the PC page, I'll be telling you.
You still haven't given me the answer to that, by the way.
You don't need it, freak nigga.
So then
I'm telling you,
guys,
PC page, bro.
So guys, take a look at what happened in 2021 though with this tournament, because this tournament was even crazier. I felt like, because not even crazier than the women's. The women's have always been more stacked than the men's, but the 2021 bracket had Duke Hudson, so Chase U, Eichmann Jiro, Jacket Time.
That's my dog. I fuck with him.
Carmelo Hayes, yeah,
him
greatest of all time. There he is, right there.
Josh Briggs. Andre Chase. Chase U. Odyssey Jones. Where is he?
Boy.
We don't know.
That boy been in Canada for like a year now.
Got called up to the main roster twice and still has not made an appearance yet.
Got drafted twice, by the way. Crazy.
Joe Gacy.
Oh God.
And then Trey Baxter.
Oh God, I remember Trey
Baxter. I remember.
That's the whole nigga. I think the bear nigga.
Blake Christian.
Yeah,
that's Corey
J's ex. Before Braun.
How do y'all know that? That's crazy.
Because they were.
I mean, that was very public. Loft. That was very public.
They were super heavy on social media.
Yeah, they were very public.
I don't know who they really dating.
That was very public.
And then Corey was like, "Hey, Braun Breaker."
I did see that. That was. I remember that.
Get down to Florida. The second I get signed to NXT, I'm looking for Jada. I'm looking for Jada.
What if she got a man? What if she got?
I'll shake your hand. I
don't even remember the first breakout tournament even happening. Look at this shit. Dexter Loomis.
Oh.
Bronson Reed.
Okay.
Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Swerve.
That's the world champ right there. Yeah.
Cameron Grimes to the moon. Angel Garza.
Oh,
okay. That's when Angel Garza was popping on NXT.
Yeah, that wing clipper. That wing clipper.
Yeah, the wing clipper.
That's when he had. That's when he had the trunks underneath the pants, and he had the pull away pants, and starting to go crazy.
Joaquin Wild.
Boo.
Joaquin
Was he
Wilde.
higher?
Latino. He is
Joaquin
Latino.
Wilde was
Latino,
nice too
Latino
up in
faction.
NXT.
That's a
Jordan
fake ass one
Miles.
too.
Shout out ACH.
And then and then get ready for this one, Love, because you're gonna love this one. Boa.
Yo, that was my dog.
Oh,
I was locked into him in Solo. I was locked into that feud, and then they just dropped it. I was locked into him in fucking Solo. That shit was crazy. Boa, man. Boa was crazy.
And then the finals for that tournament was Cameron Grimes and Jordan Miles.
Bo blew the freaking fireball in Solo's face, man. I was locked into that feud, man.
Now we're really gonna get out of here because we didn't really need to talk about the whole breakout tournaments all that much. But yes, the breakout tournaments were easily
Dante Chen is
I love
crazy.
you. You're freaking awesome.
The breakout tournaments were easily some of the best stuff that NXT this era had, and I really do wish they actually could have done that for Black and Gold. I think that really would have been cool. But really cool stuff here, guys, tonight. When it comes down to the conversation, Lof, again, I want to thank you for at least bringing this kind of topic to the attention, and we should do this a lot more often. We got to get a better schedule for this because I do want to get back into doing this show. So, TJ, I'm gonna be making you like one of the lead guys, saying, "Phil, get your fucking ass in gear and get on the computer to do it."
Turn on your goddamn
This is
computer.
your
and film,
show,
nigga.
sir.
I know, but you guys know that I'm not always up to speed on shit.
See,
So
and
you
here's the
guys
thing: when I
gotta say,
do that,
"No,
I can tell
do it."
there's gonna be a time where Phil's like, "Oh, well, I don't know if I'm up for it." And I'll be like, "Well, it's a funny thing you said that because I hit go live about 5 minutes ago, so you better get in before we destroy."
Be like Nathan Loft
That's
is
not-
already up in here. Let's go.
We're gonna have a lot of bad
But we're
conversations
already
real fast.
live.
We're gonna start saying a lot of bad things.
Whatever. Go ahead, say what y'all want.
Oh,
But thank you guys.
Well, welcome
to
outside the blacks.
Phil, allow us to do this show. Chat, y'all don't realize just how easily me and Law can hijack this show. Because all I got to do is snap my finger and the niggas run this shit now.
Dude, that was scary. I didn't know what
That was crazy. Why am I
and bring them back?
You messed it up.
It didn't work.
There he is.
There it glitched a little bit. I just want you to know it's that easy. It's that easy. To hijack.
I am now. Phil.
Y'all are
Okay,
I'm Phil.
back.
Oh no,
I'm back now. Cool.
I'm me now.
Y'all are assholes.
I'm
Yo, for one episode, we should imitate each other for like a whole episode.
Wait.
Oh god, that's gonna be hilarious.
For one episode, we should just put each other on different.
I'm not doing it.
Now.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Let me be Tay. Let me be Tay.
What are you doing for?
Shut up, old man.
No, fuck you guys. All right.
I'll be off.
No, you don't get to be off. You ain't cool enough. Hold up.
And you off?
I want to be Nate.
Oh god.
I want to be Nate.
Today we're gonna be watching tomorrow's teachings, and then we're gonna be watching Jack Off.
Man. Come on, dog. Come on, bro.
Oh, this shit makes me want to take my shirt off. Oh.
Yo.
Be like, man,
something. Oh my god,
man, that John crazy.
Oh no, okay. Wait, y'all just wait. I'm gonna call Josh on the phone. Me and Josh gonna get a whole routine for Nate.
Oh god.
I'm gonna get some glasses.
Wait, no, I got you. Love, I got
cut on my shirts with no sleeves on them.
Hold up,
all right, guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm Nate. I'm Paul, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Bro, sit your short self down.
I'm about to give me some Culvers and then GG.
Hey, no, hey, if you're gonna do it right, you gotta do it right, bro. Don't you can't mess up a GG call, bro. I'm not.
Well, show us how to do it.
Bro,
I'm Nate and I'm new here.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm new, guys.
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm the new dude. You know what I'm saying? Going on 3 years.
I'm Nate and I'm new here.
Yep. Still the same.
When the OTB breakout tournament. We should do that. We should do an OTB breakout tournament. Whoever wins gets to join us. Whoever wins gets to join.
Phil, real quick, I gotta do it.
I thought I was no. I'm the last official member, bro. I ain't having
gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
real quick. Yeah. NXT is for who? No, you leave. NXT is for who?
Nigga,
You can't be here when we say it, Phil. They're gonna call you racist. They're gonna call you racist if you're here when we say
They're gonna
it.
cancel you.
They're gonna
They're gonna
cancel.
Y'all
cancel
have
you.
said way worse on the show.
They're gonna yell at you on Twitter at 9 in the
He's
morning.
not
You
wrong.
gonna do it.
Y'all have said it way worse on this show.
no, that's true.
Oh,
Say your final words. We gotta get out of here.
Shawn Michaels, save a spot for me down in NXT. Keep at least one of the baddies single until I get down there.
He can't
Preferably
control
Jada.
them. He can't control who they do.
Shut the fuck up, Tay. You don't know what he can put in them contracts.
thanks.
That is not good. That's
I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of with TJ because I was pissed off to find out that Lola Vice was dating Lucian.
But what?
Y'all got some problems.
I was upset. I'm like, what? But anyway,
Bro, everybody does just be fucking, huh?
But yeah, I need to go to sleep because I got to get up at 6 in the morning. It's currently going on 1:30. But yeah, thank you to Law for the idea. First of all, thank you to everybody else up in here. I'm always happy to be on the podcast, bro. I need to be back on the podcast daily, bro. Not daily, weekly, whatever,
daily.
bro. When
daily
every time that we have a podcast.
podcast.
Every time that we have a podcast, bro, I need to be back on. And also, I'm with TJ Sean. Sean, when I finally come down to NXT, make sure you save me.
Nash Carter's gonna kick your head in.
I'm not
I
fighting the
don't,
Rascals,
bro.
Nate.
Bro,
I'm sorry. I can't fight
yeah.
the Rascals, bro. They gonna kick my
Nigga, you
fucking
gonna get
head
jumped
off.
by Wesley, Trey Miguel, and Zach Wentz.
Man,
And
I don't
the
need
other
to
nigga
fight
too.
Wesley. I just tell them, hey, this is none of y'all business. It's between
the
me
other
and
nigga
Nash
too,
Carter right
Myron
now, bro.
Reed.
What's good?
Hey,
good?
well, fuck you, because I know that you didn't type that shit too.
What? That's just outside the brand. You don't know who said it.
He a TJ God.
Still wouldn't say it.
Hey,
Why
Rumble,
not?
no
Not
lie.
hip enough.
You don't know that song.
Hey.
Hip enough for that.
Yeah, nigga.
He a TJ God.
It started.
Hey.
One for your life.
All right, I'm ending the freaking live.
Yeet.
Have
Love
a
y'all,
good one,
man.
y'all.
All right.